Hello. You're muted. You're muted.
I'm the professional. Good evening, comrades. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This is a brand new program that we're going to be starting called The Space Station, where we will have a number of rotating panelists coming on to talk about all of the exciting things that are happening, not just in the world of organizing and politics and whatever it is, but also having a little bit of fun too.
Yeah.
I am Jeff. I am one of the hosts of Good Morning Comrade, and I am standing here. I'm sitting, really. I'm not standing, but I am here. That's what's important. With Alex, who I'm sure you all know.
What's going on? How you doing, Jeff? It's a new show. We're doing like a panel kind of show, pep talks.
Yeah, it's our take on the McLaughlin group. That's what this is going to be.
Yes. If you don't know the McLaughlin group, folks, it was a fantastic program back in the 90s. At least it was fun for me because I was watching Saturday Night Live as a kid, and Dana Carvey killed it as McLaughlin. So yeah,
we should have some people cycling in.
We are going to have some people popping in, but
in the meantime, we can just talk a little bit of fun. I've had a very busy week. I mean, last night I actually phone banked for Abdul El Sayed, which was pretty cool. I was in the conversation, I actually had a little bit of talking about even becoming a picket captain. So, I'm sorry, a phone banking captain. So if anybody that's listening to my voice now, or that is into this space community just in general, wants to phone bank for Abdul El Sayed in Michigan in a really tough Senate race up there. He is endorsed by the UAW, the National Nurses United, and several labor things. I mean, I know that electoral politics is not always the most fun stuff or the most interesting stuff to get into, but having a U.S. senator who supports Medicare for all is a step in the right direction, if you ask me. We have a new person in here, somebody I've never met before.
Welcome,
welcome, Black Red Guard. How are you today?
What's up, comrade? How you doing?
Good.
Let me try to get us some new viewers in here. I'm going to Twitter because I'm horrible.
Jeff is actually the host of a show called Good Morning Comrade.
Good Morning Comrade.
So that is
WHIVLP New Orleans 102.3. You can listen every Monday
morning. You had my buddy Jack Sweeney on there once.
Oh yeah, you know Jack. Yeah, so I was I was the co-chair of that chapter prior to him, actually, years and years ago. I started in New Orleans. I'm in Richmond, Virginia now, but I'm in Richmond, Virginia now. But I joined DSA in 2016, 2017, and started with New Orleans, which is where I'm from.
Dope. Yeah, I'm STL, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Basically your sister city up the river.
Yeah. Same river.
Yeah. So, I saw you. The background here, folks, is I saw Black Red Guard on Twitter. Got a follow from me, and then I saw a bit of drama around him because of a bad actor from Australia. And then I was like,
man, why does everybody?
Did he have a boomerang?
The thing is, like, I just don't know how the fuck this fucking white dude, like this Greeks. I guess we can argue over whether or not Greeks are white, but regardless, like how the fuck this white dude, like, it's just a symbol of the stupidity of Western leftists. Like, how the fuck is a white dude with a horrible accent from Australia, like, somehow able to position himself as the arbiter of anti-imperialism,
because he has the audacity. That's what white people have, the privilege of audacity, the privilege of ignorance.
What happened here? Hold on, you got to run this back because I'm gonna need. There's a lot of gaps here that I need to fill in.
I mean, I don't know how much we want to talk about. I can also show a different thing that I just saw the other day. You posted this. This is Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck.
Yeah, watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Let the votes tell you. There's a Maoist in the DSA who goes by Black Red Guard.
I wonder who that could be.
That's like the best advertisement for myself. Oh my God. I would pin that to my Twitter forever.
It's fucking wild. Like, these people are like, I'm just like, yeah, I have an online presence, but like,
you're doing
like,
your thing.
At the end of the day, I just see myself as a fucking black dude from St. Louis who hates capitalism. And like the fact that like all of these people DSA obsessed are like losing their shit over me. Well, maybe it's just because I have Riz. Maybe it's because I'm a black Maoist, and like judging by the example of the Black Panther Party, black Maoists do have an absolute shitload of Riz. So these people just cannot fucking stop. These people just cannot stop focusing on me. They used to call me Lupe Fiasco in high school. I look nothing like that dude.
No,
I don't look anything like
Lupe Fiasco.
I
look nothing like Lupe. Yeah,
ago.
it's because I went to a pretty white high school.
Whatever happened to him? He disappeared or something. Like
maybe he fell off his skateboard and broke his neck.
I don't know. He was playing video games and skateboarding at the same time or something.
Yeah, he pushed a little too hard, close to the sun. He kicked and pushed a little too close to the sun, I guess.
So yeah, folks, Black Red Guard has a channel. Ooh, how do I fix that? There we go.
All right, you psycho. You are a psycho, Alex, for
what?
using light mode. Ridiculous.
What are you talking about? How do I change it? How do I change it?
I'll show you. Man, this is the real politics right here. This is what's up. What's up, Difficult Truth? How you doing, brother?
How's it going? I'm hanging in there. Just got off work.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, welcome to the new show.
Yeah, we're hanging. Basically, folks, if Black Red Guard likes what he sees here, he can.
No, I gotta go put my hat on. Everybody else in here has a hat except
of his choice. He will appear as a regular host on this space.
Yeah. Y'all just brought me to the R. Y'all just kidnapped me and forced me to R farm. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I was waiting for this hat because they were sold out for a while after a different Luigi did something else.
Wait,
so
he didn't do that. He didn't do
or
that.
is accused of doing something else.
Yeah, he didn't.
A different Luigi got famous for some reason. So they were sold out
Mario's
for a while.
brother.
And I went in and kept going to the store to check. But yeah, so that Glenn Beck clip is weird. Do you know where that came from? Like,
well, okay. So as a DSA member, like I could like speak to some of this. So there's basically been like a right wing, there's like been a right wing attack on DSA since Zoran won, and since like all of these, basically since we had a blowout in these congressional races. My own city, Cori Bush, who I love, has her own primary coming up on August 4th, and also do not sleep on Hartsel Gray, my brother from the other side of the state. He's in Kansas City, and he's running for the congressional district out there. So hopefully we bring two DSA black congresspeople this year. So yeah, we've gotten quite a bit of attention, and it's good attention. But as we saw today, Trump and Marco Rubio announced that they're basically going to go ham on what they see as like international left wing networks, and like so it's basically a given that they're going to try to come after every radical leftist, any revolutionary, anybody that does not like the way that this shit is going in the United States. They're going to be coming after us. And this is like, people are like, oh my God, it's McCarthyism come back. Like, McCarthyism never really left. Like, we look at COINTELPRO, that was basically the militarization of McCarthyism. Mm-hmm. Like, people talk about the Black Panther Party. A lot of people forget that like those dudes and Fem comrades, like they basically spent the entire decade of the early 70s, late 60s getting massacred. And all they were doing was serving people breakfast. They had a sickle cell anemia clinic. They had all types of good, dope shit going on. And the United States government simply would not allow that to happen, because they did not want working class people, colonized people, Boricua, Puerto Rican people, black people, indigenous people, poor white people. They did not want these people getting together. They did not want these people realizing that, hey, we don't have to take this shit. There is a way out. So America has always been COINTELPRO. It's always been about suppressing any threat to the bourgeois slave owner order that this country was founded on. So going back to DSA, a lot of right-wing media, the Manhattan Institute, Fox News, all these people, Canary Mission, have become obsessed with doxing individual DSA members, with harassing individual DSA members, trying to get people fired from their jobs, trying to get people put out of school, kicked out of their apartments, all types of stuff. So we have to be very cognizant of the fact that we live in a 500-year war against people who say that, hey, you cannot fucking enslave people. Hey, this is fucked up. We're being robbed of our fucking fruits of our labor here, and that is unacceptable. So if you are a leftist, if you are a revolutionary or radical of any type, you need to join DSA. Why? Just for the very simple fact that you need comrades. You cannot weather this storm by yourself.
I think that's a great pitch. I mean, I've heard on Tuesday there was Pep also the one of the brainchilds of this idea of the space station.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to watch it in effect. What's up, boys?
What's up?
How's it going?
Hopefully Christina will show up so we're not all testosterone. But on Tuesday, I watched a DSA.
I thought I heard that dudes rocked.
It's all the boys today.
Sorry for party rocking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I watched this DSA live stream where they talked about the platform. The workers deserve more platform. Absolutely, they're coming after DSA. I remember a couple years ago seeing on Fox News a little like clip of DSA going, point of order, my pronouns were not acknowledged, point of order, this or that other like arbitrary thing, making fun of them, going, they're not even a threat. Let's just look at them and laugh.
I mean,
now,
we do respect comrades. We do respect, if you misgender a comrade at a meeting, that is a point of order. Like, yes. I'm not the expert on Robert's rules, but calling somebody, like, it's basically misrepresenting a comrade's gender identity is supremely disrespectful, and that is definitely a point of order. So they were correct to raise that, but
they're Fox's framing, of course, is like, these silly college kids on their campus, or people who are out of college who are just playing like they're still at college on the quad, just squabbling amongst themselves. Oh, how funny! This is around the time AOC got elected. Actually,
I know which one you're talking about.
And then, exactly. And then, so on Tuesday night, I'm watching this live stream hosted by Emma Vigeland of Majority Report, but featuring several DSA leaders across the country, kind of explaining this platform. Today,
shout out to Francis, by the way, for our old friend from New Orleans DSA.
Word. Today on Fox, I see footage from that live stream on their show. They are watching everyone. They're watching Hassan. Hassan knows. Now, they're watching as many big leftist creators as they can stomach.
They could be watching us right now.
And they're also getting money. They're getting info from accounts like Libs of TikTok, Jacob Wall, Posobiec, the right wing actors.
Yeah, there's a whole network of these types of people who are basically just like people are like, oh my god, why are these people so focused on us? And I'm like, that's just their job. Like, these people literally paid to do nothing but watch DSA seminars and webinars and shit like that, and write and talk about us. Like, for example, they've focused really hard on me because I'm part of the Red Rabbit Security Commission, and they're like, "Oh my God, you got a dangerous Maoist. Is he planning a guerrilla war? Oh my God!" So like they rely on spitting these narratives to try to scare all these crusty ass boomers that still read print newspapers and who still watch Fox News and take it as a credible source of information. So yeah, it's a wild fucking thing, but we live in wild fucking times.
Yeah,
we do.
So as you were saying, I'm glad you mentioned it, because I have these clips pulled up. Stephen Miller, Marco Rubio were out there today saying who we're going to target, who we're targeting with all this Pentagon budget that Trump is asking for to go after communism on our shores, as Mike Johnson said the other day.
Mm-hmm. It's not a coincidence that when you look at these violent Antifa demonstrations, you see any photograph of those who were assembled. To be blunt, not one of the people that is demonstrating looks like a normal person. Not one looks normal. They're all deformed in some way, in their appearance, in their dress.
You're one to talk there, pal.
Why is that? Normal American.
What? I mean, yes, he is very.
I mean, the dude literally looks like a fucking anal polyp, and he wants to talk about looking normal.
Take it away.
In the street, you see an Antifa protest. Why do the people that are violently demonstrating, why is there not one normal-looking person among them? Every one of them, through the course of their life and their decisions, has scarred their body and their appearance in many different ways, to the point in which their outer appearance becomes a manifestation of their inner.
Does this guy know what a veteran is?
Trust
projecting
to all people and across all civilizations. You know what normal is. You know what beautiful is. You know what good is. You know that families are right. You know that children are precious and beautiful and must be protected. You know that the criminal and the junkie and the predator.
The predator.
The way he's looking with his eyes.
What the fuck was that?
He sounds almost horny when he says every one of these.
The predator.
Oh, these are his Pornhub searches. That's what he's
telling on himself.
Dude, this guy wants blue hair transport.
Normal.
So bad.
Living. This is so much deeper than issues about taxation and regulation, although they're incredibly important. It's about normal, healthy, ordered living. Right?
I mean, like, this is not creepy to the average American. No one should have stopped calling them weird. No one should have stopped calling them weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Well, I mean, realistically, like, he's trying to just do the thing where he's like, look at the leftists. Look, they got blue hair. They got weird styles. I don't get where he was going with the scar thing. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I think he was talking about. I think he was trying to talk about like trans people and getting their their body confirmation. I mean, their gender confirmation surgery. Yeah, I think that's what that was about.
Yeah, well, fuck him. Yeah, I mean, that's why I brought the whole veteran thing. It's like, this guy's never heard of veterans. Like, does
so here's the thing. Like, go ahead, Carlos.
He's just going off on like classic like fascist talking points about what is and is not degenerate and what must be removed from society.
Oh yeah,
like, when he says the predator, the junkie, these are archetypes. These are like, it's not even specific. It's just what, and the way he looks with his eyes, like the way when he's saying this, and he's like looking at them like, you know what I mean, you know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Where'd Black Panther go? Did he help out?
The other thing too is that there's something among fascists where there's always been and always will be, because of the nature of the ideology, an obsession with purity. So anything that is even a scar, or like anything that is not like a specifically Nazi-oriented tattoo, or anything that isn't doesn't fit within the sort of I guess the parameters of what he views as normal. Because I say be normal all the time, but when I say be normal, I don't mean it in the fascist way. I mean, I do that most of the time when I'm speaking to leftists, and the whole point of that is to say, hey, you need to be relatable to a normal person. Yeah. Like, that's what I mean. But what he is saying is that if somebody is not quote unquote normal in our society, he's saying that they need to be socially ostracized and punished. And that's fascism. That's what fascism is. Yeah. Fascism is conformity to a very narrow, specific social expectations. And I do really want to say that again, if that's the master race, then that's something else. I don't know if I like Bigfoot you or anything like that, Carlos, but like that was like really my like what I wanted to like come in and point out, that
he looks like a fucking
Well, no.
lemur?
Well, that part, but also the like sort of like what fascism's value. I think that's what's really important here. Purity.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do you feel awkward walking down the street past somebody who has a lot of tattoos? If so, support us.
Depends on what kind of tattoos. If they got Nazi tattoos.
If your kid came home from college and is talking about capitalism or is talking about the racism of this country, maybe your kid is questioning why we're doing Thanksgiving or July 4th, you should vote this way. You should be supportive of us. That's what he's talking about here. And then he's talking about locking them up.
President Trump issued a directive, in our parlance, it's called a National Security Presidential Memorandum, or NSPM 7 to be exact, that directs, for the first time in American history, all of our law enforcement and intelligence agencies to work together to disrupt, identify, defund, debank, arrest, and prosecute these political terrorists that are operating in our country.
How does he do fascism so sleepy?
He does sound sleepy.
Yeah.
But this is everything they've been saying for years. They've been saying this for years. They've been saying we are getting targeted. We're getting deplatformed. We're getting debanked. Wow. We're being shadow banned. You can't watch a movie without DEI all over the
thing is, they're very good at it.
The
thing is, it permeates. Like their bullshit permeates, and just like I hate to say normie culture, but it does. You know,
yeah. Well, it's another thing that's
just got in a major argument with a good friend of mine over this kind of stuff. Like here in Illinois, we get tax out the ass, and we got J.B. Pritzker running for re-election. Then you got Darren Bailey. This dude was talking about how he voted for Trump, and I was just like, so are you happy with Trump now? He's like, oh fuck no, I hate Trump and I hate everything he's doing, and it's awful for the country. I'm like, so you're gonna apply that same logic to our governor's race? Like, what the hell are you talking about? He's just like, we just need something new. We need somebody in there because J.B. Pritzker's gonna tax us out of oblivion. Blah 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 blah. And I was just like, where the hell are you getting this? And he just said Facebook. I was like, fuck. Like it really did kind of wake me up to where I'm like, oh God. Like, and they're trying to like sell even like leftism on like somebody like him is a no-go, where all you have to you got to just knock it all down and just go, oh, you know what? Let's just try and sell the basics on this one of why you're wrong. Number one, why would you vote for a Republican when everything is going poorly with Republicans running everything else? And he's just like, well, I don't really follow national politics. I only know what's getting taken from my paycheck. And he's not just an outlier. Like, so many shitheads think like him.
Yep. Why is your paycheck so small? Look at your boss instead. Yeah. I mean, that's sort of like what the whole thing is too. If this was oriented around like taxes or whatever, I mean, that might actually, if you're trying to make an argument
for took the same job in Indiana, he would make like more because he, again,
because of taxes.
He would,
and again, I do want to circle back to the fascism piece though. One of the things that you said was that there was this sort of like, it's cry bullying is essentially what it is. It's something that's absolutely fundamental to fascism, which is that you, as this sort of like master race or whatever the hell in the situation, be it Germans in Germany or whatever, are under threat. And so not only and it really is prevalent in Israel right now as well, that you as this majority are constantly under threat, and every sort of minority group that is around is out to get you. And so you are justified in anything that you do to put them down.
That's the settler mindset. Can y'all hear me all right? I just put my mic on.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, we can hear you good.
All right, good deal. But so that's the settler mindset. Like, if you go back to why did the settlers go so hard on the indigenous people in this country? Because they literally saw them as it's kind of like the white Australians and the Aboriginal comrades. Like, they literally viewed them as part of the flora and fauna. In the United States, they viewed them as part of as dangerous people. They knew what they were doing was wrong. They knew that they were trying to steal these people's land. They did not give a shit. So it's the same way with the Zionists in Israel. They believe that this land was promised to them 12,000 years ago, and the people that are currently occupying it, that have lived on this land, are indigenous to this land, they see them as interlopers, as people that are stealing their birthright. So that's the ideological apparatus of these settler states. They view the people that are indigenous to these lands as enemies to be crushed and destroyed. That's why I laugh at people.
Look at like the rise of the right wing like politics all over the planet, though. Like right wing politics is for better or worse. It's worse for sure, but it is 100% being propagated. Like I'm worried that I'm gonna sound like Alex Jones on this one, because it's literally gonna sound like globalists are getting together and trying to change politics throughout the entire world, but they fucking are.
Yeah.
Well, global capitalism.
Yeah.
That's
Alex, you're muted.
It's capital. Like that's what capital does.
Literally, yes, they are the globalists. It's always been projection. Everything they've been complaining of, the globalists are gonna sell your daughters and kill your sons and endless wars. That's what they do. It's always projection. Just like them saying getting deplatformed and debanked. That's what they want to do. It's their fantasies.
Well, they also do it like it's so simple, where they just keep like racial politics and everything else to distract us from class politics. Like, because realistically, that's the biggest enemy, is us getting together and making people realize how bad we're getting.
That's oversimplistic. Racial capitalism is something that's baked into America. Like, you cannot separate race from class. I really avoid that class reductionist view, because race is something that is that's very, very real in the American context. A lot of comrades from overseas in particular fail to understand this. For example, there's constant strife between comrades from overseas and African Americans. Like, they're always, oh my God, you guys are imperialists. I'm like, no, the fuck, we're not. Like, we don't have shit. Like, we have no say in this country. Like, we're still. They shot a 1-year-old black kid in Mississippi by Memphis a couple weeks ago. So
talked about that on the show. Is fucking horrible.
This is why Bernie really did not have all that much prestige and clout amongst black voters, because he did not really understand that race and class in this country are intertwined. The primary contradiction on which the United States is founded is stolen land and stolen people. They stole this land from the indigenous people, and they brought my ancestors over here as slaves. We were literally the first proletariat in this country. You read
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, as far as growing normal like getting normies involved, I hate to say that, man, but using the simplistic way is how you get them. Over explaining yourself. That's the simplistic way. Like, sometimes we'll literally lose them.
Like, especially talking to this is the thing. Like, when people say normies, people tend to mean white folks.
No,
like black.
No, I don't. No, that's disingenuous, and I hate that shit. No, I mean,
but no, Pep,
$50,000 a year. That's what I mean. When I'm talking normies, I'm talking anybody that's living like day by day, fucking paycheck to paycheck. That's how you like. That's
and the people who aren't paying attention to the news at all, and don't have this, didn't do any further reading beyond school, and barely did it in school.
And they don't. They usually don't get their politics from anywhere but TikTok or social media. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know? It depends on it depends on the quality and the knowledge of the people that they listen to.
Yeah,
and like the thing, like Huey P. Newton himself, he said that the founder of the Black Panther Party, he said that people, like Americans in general, are not a reading people. Like, if you look at an average American, chances are the only books that they've read are shit by Joel Osteen, self-help books, Kevin Trudeau type shit, and maybe pieces of.
Actually, I'd actually be more reductive than that. I'd say it's anything that they read in 8th grade fucking literature, like the outside, like Outsiders or fucking Hatchet, or like, some of those like just classic
Ender's
books.
Game.
Yeah, Ender's Game. I'm pretty sure we have like statistics on like how many people are like actually above like middle school grade level, and it's pretty abysmal.
6th grade is the average reading level of America, which
it's pretty abysmal.
No, it sucks. Yeah. It genuinely sucks.
As a Maoist, like, I'm like, we're all about the masses, the mass line. And while it's true that a lot of if I recall correctly, the last statistics that I saw basically say that 33% of this country is functionally illiterate. But as like dialectical materialism teaches us that people can change. and it's our job
they need to want to. And the thing is, you're not going to get them
Yeah,
to want to by
you
fucking
can get
preaching to them about how much they suck all the time.
Someone who doesn't call myself any kind of ist.
To that, man.
I don't call myself any kind of ist, like, because I just don't know. I just don't know enough. I'm part of that demographic. I don't fucking read.
You're smart. You'll live longer.
I didn't pay attention to school, but I am. So I'm aware of these these policies that I keep hearing about that I like. Again, the DSA platform that I encourage everyone to check out. The workers deserve more platform. Like this is simple. This is delivered in a way, Pep, that I think you'd agree normies would be like, oh yeah, I'm a worker. I deserve more.
Bring to anybody in my life and just be like, hey, like, because it's already hard enough to get people to even read. I've been saying this forever. Like the whole pamphlets thing, that didn't work. We definitely don't get anything there. I've always appreciated the joke where it's like, if you're handing out pamphlets on the subway, that's just a way of just being like, here, why don't you throw this out? That's somebody else's joke.
I mean, yeah, but
you go around the corner to the trash can, you can see it in action where you're like, all right, well, that doesn't really work
I recently did the same. I recently was on the other side of that, where I'm the guy on the street with the clipboard. I was getting signatures for Lindsey Boylan.
Signatures is way different. Petitioning signatures is different.
I got signatures for Lindsey Boylan to get on the ballot for city council. I was handing out these hand cards to people, and I knew that the trash can at the corner was going to have a bunch of them in it. But that's fine. But for every 10 that get thrown out, there's one or two people keep. That's enough.
I would also just say, hope that they have a good recycling system, so you can just be like, you know what, I'm going to repurpose these. And let's try again.
And just having somebody smile, be pleasant, say, hey, let me talk to you for a minute about your community. It filled my soul. It gave me a hope and.
What did you feel that when you were talking to these people? What was the stuff that resonated with them the most, where you kind of caught them listening?
Lindsey Boylan got rid of Andrew Cuomo. That was number one, but also helped get Zoran elected, and that was number two. Everything else was just like, hey, her policy is basically just you're giving Zoran another vote.
So in New York, because I know like Zoran is popular, so are people actually like now being more charitable to any like, because I saw the results obviously from the New York elections, and I would anecdotally put it out there and be like, yeah, I think that his popularity is definitely kind of shrouding everybody else.
Definitely giving a glow to other people.
Can I just jump in really quick? And you were talking about just a second ago what it takes to essentially. You talked about when you were flyering for Lindsey Boylan and doing push cards and things like that, and trying to figure out what were the things that would how you would start an organizing conversation, for example. And that's really a difficult thing. It's much more difficult, I find, in the sort of electoral context that you're talking about. Now, I'm a union organizer for a living, and I can tell you this: talking about shit that people care about, most of the time, it's involving their job. And then the thing that gets you to, at the very least, and I want everybody who's listening right now to pay attention, and if you know about this, already, that's fine. Hearing from people just about them, asking them about themselves and getting them to talk, make assertions about them, and sort of like get them to come out of their shell a little bit is really fucking difficult. But once you do, and once you prove that you're going to listen to them, that's when the real conversation begins. That's when you can actually start moving people. You can listen to what they have to say, listen to issues that they're talking about, and start digging into it. And that's how a lot of that stuff really does sort of work.
I've always hated the term kitchen table issues, but it's so freaking applicable to the way that America works.
That's how the Black Panther Party became so successful. Like it wasn't just the guns, although the guns. Okay, here's the thing about the guns. Before the Black Panther Party, like there were groups such as the Deacons for Defense. There were groups such as SNCC, which organized in the South. So that type of organizing, because throughout our 500 years of existence in this country, one of the overarching thread is that we have been subject to incredible violence from this white supremacist framework. So the Black Panther Party was the first formation on a mass scale. I say on a mass scale because this has been done before, organized or not organized, to flat out come out and say, we're not taking this shit no more. Like if you try to kill somebody in our community, then there's going to be some pushback. And that was a kitchen table issue in Black communities because everybody in Oakland in the year 1966 knew somebody who had been beat up, who had been incarcerated unjustly, who had been murdered by the police. Denzel Dowell, they literally shot this kid in the back like 5 times, no reason whatsoever. And you also had the Sacramento protests in 1967. So they weren't just talking about, oh yes, we must arm ourselves. They were doing it. They were demonstrating it. Same thing with the free breakfast, sickle cell anemia, free ambulance program in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Black Panther Party actually pioneered what we now know as EMT service. So a lot of shit that they did, it was responding to the material needs of people in the community because they were students of Mao. And Mao Zedong taught them that you have to go among the people, you have to be among the people, and you have to talk about shit that people can actually feel. And this is a major critique that I have of a lot of American leftists. They always talk about, yes, it is important. International solidarity is important, but you have to make people feel. You have to make people feel this stuff in their bones.
It's not important to people if they don't care.
Yeah. You have to make people feel this shit in their bones. You have to make
that's
them,
actually like this latest ICE shooting. The reason that the one in Texas didn't have as much of a like shock factor is because the kid was in the back seat. And then the story of them, I remember it hit me like where it's like hearing that the kid was standing, watching his dad bleed or their dad bleed out in their bluey pajamas. Immediately that visualization hit everybody because you all know how kids kind of react to these things already. So it's just like
you have people saying, oh, this could be my fucking kid. Same thing with that 1-year-old baby that was killed by that pig at Walmart in Mississippi. Like, oh my God, a 1-year-old. Okay, no, fucking 1-year-old kid ain't did shit wrong. Nobody in that car did shit wrong. It was diapers that had been paid for, and the fucking dumbass redneck ass pig came and blew this kid's brains out for no reason. And like that is what like there were literally people, they literally deployed tear gas in this small, it's basically like an exurb rural suburb of Memphis. So you have people that were pissed. They were finna burn that fucker down as they should have. But like that's the type of shit. Same thing with Mike Brown. Like that was in St. Louis. That was in my town. And people were like why did Ferguson pop off? Because people were fucking tired. Everybody knew why the police stopped people. Thrive off these tickets and shit. Like there's municipalities, Dalewood.
I mean, you live in St. Louis. You live in another like world with police, not only brutality, but like, goddamn, they get away with everything there.
Yeah, there's whole fucking municipalities. Fucking municipalities that literally their whole budget is giving out tickets to people. $500, $600 tickets. Like my drunk uncle in Ferguson, they gave him a $600 ticket for a manner of walking along roadway. So like,
walking down the side of the road.
Yeah, because
if you don't have a car, I've gotten a public intoxication ticket before. It's not exactly like immediately you're just like, what the fuck is this? Really?
Because in Ferguson there are no sidewalks, so there really is nowhere to walk. Like like it's set
you don't have a car, you can't get around.
I don't know how to drive.
You've got so you've got the streets. You have like a little sloping, little narrow curb about this thick, and then you've got somebody's yard.
You got dirt and then a yard.
Yeah.
I live in
I'm sorry.
Area. Yeah,
I'm sorry. We're cross talking. I'm just saying, like I'm like, oh my God, I've done that before. I could have gotten a fucking $600.
Or you could have gotten killed.
Yeah. I mean, like videos of Greta Thunberg getting yanked up. These just being overly violent with people who are just sitting around protesting. Right? She's doing it. She's been doing it, right? Then you just got these, just a random ass.
Yeah, this is mine.
Especially ICE, because ICE is just like, we're hiring Proud Boys. Like that's the goal. That's the
dude.
goal.
I'm 90% sure that one of my neighbors is a fucking ICE agent. Like he's got a pretty much what it could be an unmarked car, and I don't know, man. He's got one of those license plates that it looks like it's like a quick to go kind of thing. because like I used to work in like cars stuff, and we used to use like these wing nuts anytime that we had a license plate that we knew was going to come off. I started noticing that he's got the same thing. I'm just like, oh man, that's sus.
Yeah, I mean, like
he's definitely some type of fucking op.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 10,000%.
I mean, this one is another one.
He's a Mexican guy, so that guy sucks.
I think this happened yesterday.
There are all Latinos who work for ICE.
A woman saying they shot through. Hang on, they shot through the front of the car. She has kids in the car.
I got kids in my car. I got kids in my car. I got kids in my car. Tengo mis hijos. Tengo mis hijos. Llama al 661-803-81. I warned you. 8123. I got kids in my car. I warned you. I got kids in my car. I have kids in my car.
I can't even watch this.
Yeah, I mean,
average Gestapo behavior.
And you have Marco Rubio as well as Stephen Miller.
Under President Trump, for the first time, the United States is building the infrastructure, the partnership, and the strategy to defeat the scourge of far-left terrorists.
Scourge.
I mean, with all due respect, didn't we see this fucking coming? Why do we always do this thing where we spend so much time doomering about this shit, and then when it finally happens, we somehow act shocked? That's
I ain't shocked.
Like, because
I knew this was going to happen.
Americans have extremely short memories, and like people, the thing with the left in particular is that like to a lot of people, this is like, okay, we know what happened with McCarthyism. We knew what happened with COINTELPRO. Like we have all the correct ideas, but I think because a lot of the left is not from proletarian backgrounds, or they think that this shit is a joke. They're like, oh, it's not going to happen yet. We still have time. Like there's still people that are still arguing over whether or not America is a fascist country. Okay, if you've got women being pulled out of their cars, if you've got 1-year-old black babies being shot in the head, if you've got people being murdered in front of their kids,
or black people being disappeared by fucking their friends.
Yeah, you live in a fucking fascist country.
Yeah, you might live in a fascist country.
Yeah, like people in Germany saw Hitler coming. Most of them voted for fucking Hitler. And then like, oh, that's not going to. He's just joking. He's just memeing. He's just making he's just being hyperbolic. And the next thing you know, where the fuck did my Jewish neighbor go? Where'd my Jewish coworker go? Yeah. Like, and then like this shit is like a lot of people, Americans in particular, are very stubborn people. We especially like the nickname of my state is literally the Show Me State. And that shit is true. Like you literally have to show us shit. You can talk to you blue in the face, but until we see it, we ain't gonna believe it. Now what's happening? You got the same shit that was happening to the Jews, to the Roma, to queer people, to anybody that the Nazis thought was Untermenschen. Now, same thing is happening here. You would literally have like in 2012, 2013, when we were like in high school, freshman year in college, like we saw the rumblings. Like keep in mind, Donald Trump literally shit posted his way into the White House. He started by talking about Obama's birth certificate. Oh, this guy wasn't born here. So he was already trying, like signs and symbols for a conscious mind, as my mom always says.
Yeah, like, but you do understand what put Trump in the White House, though, right? It wasn't fascism necessarily. It wasn't anything outside of people just being like, yeah, he's not a politician. We need to try this.
It was a confluence of things.
No, because Bernie was a politician who was also getting popular.
That's fascism.
The thing is, it was different.
One of the key traits of fascism. Is it is extremely fluid. It adapts itself, and like so, you have people like Hitler. He did not present himself as a politician either. He presented himself as a soldier who spoke for others. Yeah, an outsider. So fascism. One of the key traits of fascism is like, we're not like the establishment. We're outsiders. So Donald Trump definitely was swept into power by a always latent. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it goes into hibernation. But in America, there has always been the lynch mob. There has always been ICE. There has always been McCarthyism, anti-communism, anti-anarchism. They used to lynch wobbly organizers. So like this whole tendency has always been latent. America has always been fascism. You have to keep in mind the Nazis came over here to learn. Yeah. The Nazis came over here. All the concentration camps, those were based on Indian reservations. You have the racial exclusion laws, those were based on Jim Crow.
all of this shit, the exterminations and stuff like that, they were literally in correspondence.
When was Jim Crow actually implemented as a system?
That was right after Reconstruction failed. So after the Civil War, you basically had black people like maybe for 5, 6, 7 years we were treated like human beings, like we were allowed to. Yeah. But eventually,
did you see the argument from that fucking what's that cop's name? He was on Piers Morgan. Oh fuck, I keep forgetting his name. But he's like this bigger black creator on the right. Officer something. Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum. Thank you. So yes, Officer Tatum was talking about how during that same period of Reconstruction, how technically that was like where Black Wall Street was, starting to
Garveyism.
And they were starting to actually have power, and then all of a sudden,
Garveyism was the early. His timeline is wrong. Garveyism was 1910s, 1920s. They deported Garvey. Right. They deported Garvey eventually, but I really in particular do not like certain aspects of Marcus Garvey's ideology, but objectively, he was the best organizer of black people in world history. But anyways, going back to Jim Crow, you had the redemption period. So like you had all these white fascists who were like, okay, they need to go back on the plantations. So, like, you have to keep in mind, black people were not brought up to be citizens. We were not brought over here to be anything. We were brought over here to be objects, to be stood up on auction blocks and sold. So they really did not know how to react to us exercising our democratic rights through any means except for violence. So that was what happened. That was why the Klan came about, the first Klan. There have been several throughout American history. So the first Klan, they were basically like, okay, y'all ain't voting. If you show up, if we see you at them polls, we're gonna fucking kill you. Like, that was literally what they did. So that's fascist violence. They didn't want us voting. They didn't want us to do anything.
And they're doing it now.
And they followed through on their violence as well.
Yeah. They literally show up to your house and burn your house down with your family inside. They did not give a fuck.
I mean, there's a St. Bernard massacre during post-Reconstruction that was just one of many examples of such a thing.
Yeah, you had the Wilmington in 1898. You had Wilmington, North Carolina, which is basically the subject of a coup d'état that they literally slaughtered every black elected official, all types of stuff. You had the Colfax massacre. You had all types of violence that was taking place to eradicate black and radical Republican political power. So
I mean, and here they are today going Antifa terror cells where you're coming after you
to investigate and disrupt Antifa terror networks and their allies.
And their allies, which again is the fucking DSA stream.
Yeah.
Like,
why was that? This is where I was going with this. Why are we fucking surprised? Why did we spend so much time not preparing? Or just say it like,
well, because the fucking Democrats were fucking crushing the left.
Just to a broader audience, just being like, you see, this is what they're going to do. They are going to do this.
And
now here it is.
Because NBC is owned by a capitalist. Because CNN is owned by a capitalist. Because every network is owned by a capitalist. They don't give a fuck. For them, it's inconvenient. Oh, we have to give Trump like money and bribes and like suck his dick publicly, whatever. There was a clip yesterday I was talking about of John Ossoff questioning the guy who's going to be head of the CIA, FBI, somebody,
and Attorney General.
Attorney General,
Attorney General.
Yeah, Todd Blanche.
He was going, who won the election in 2020? And the guy was like, I'm not playing your political theater. Next question. And Ossoff wouldn't get off that question. And this guy is like, I gave you my answer. I answered the question. Move on. I answered the question.
And see,
for like a minute because he doesn't feel the need to even lie anymore.
Here's the thing. Like, one lesson that the left can take from the right is that we need to be fucking bold. Like, the right does not give a fuck. Like,
they don't give a fuck.
Like, we have to be willing to be just as dirty and just as brutal as they are. That is how they got power. And the reason why the liberal left is always on the back foot is because they keep trying to play by the fucking rules. Ain't no more fucking rules. It ain't no more fucking rules. Like,
because the liberals have friends and family members who are on that side. Like, we don't want to go to war with them.
No. The maintain of the purpose of the Liberal Party in the United States, of the Democrats as they're currently constituted, is not to challenge the right. It's to maintain the status quo, to maintain stability within the system, so that I mean, there's a reason that Nancy Pelosi and all these people will say we need to stop. They'll do everything that they can to stop even like a democratic socialist movement like DSA. They'll move heaven and earth to do that. But then at the exact same time, they'll say we need a very strong Republican Party in this country. It's like it's like the whole reasoning behind that is because it's not because they don't know what they're doing or they don't know they're executing their purpose in the society like they're supposed to. They're doing what they're supposed to do, which is to hold the line, to essentially allow the right to completely and utterly ravage the working class through capitalist excess, and then when they get their turn, they just clean up the mess, and they're just like, okay, you can have the reins again.
Clean up the mess, but don't fix the big broken pieces.
It's like professional wrestling. Okay, these guys are not like how like them fucking wrestlers.
Jason Miles had a great article in I can't remember where it was in some magazine or another about political kayfabe. I interviewed him about it on GMC actually.
You got them started on wrestling.
Go ahead, BRG. So tell them about it. Tell them about it.
Yeah, it's like fucking like okay, like you see you see these dudes in the ring acting like they're beating the fuck out of each other, yet behind the fucking locker room they're joking, they're fucking cracking beers and shit like that. Like it's all a fucking act. It's all act. This shit is about as real as wrestling. None of this.
Unless you're CM Punk, then you have a problem with everybody.
And it's like the whole thing is like to uphold capital.
Don't talk.
I like CM Punk too.
It's literally my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, don't talk shit on our woke king.
Well, look, I am really enjoying our new show. Folks who are just joining us, this is This Space, leftist working class network that we are trying to build out into a 24/7 network one day, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock wood. I am Devil's Advocate Productions. I make album reactions and movie reviews and video game playthroughs and reviews and whatnot, while in those videos talking like this, because I am sick of the nerdrotics and the critical drinkers and the fandom menaces and those fucks who been in league with these fucking fascists, the Asmongold's, who is now like the one guy that they're all swirling around. It is infuriating seeing them pump people to the right using my favorite kind of shit, my life, my entertainment. And I'm learning about left-wing politics in the last 10 years or so more that I've been paying attention to the news, because I go back to that DSA stream on Tuesday, the Workers Deserve More platform.
We should go through it. We should go through the platform.
Let's go through the platform. Because again, they're coming after us for this shit.
Let's read, which there you go. Educate comrades in the party line.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for.
This is the party line, and this is This Space line too.
You all have joined DSA. Awesome.
I mean, I'm
gonna remember DSA for 10 years.
Based.
So the beginning of it. Imagine taking a day off from work in a future without capitalism. It might not feel as badly needed as it does now. You enjoy your work. It's interesting to you, and you're well trained for it. You work as much as you're able and no more than needed, and you will control your own labor and see it go into good use. It's not just a job to pay the bills. Speaking of bills, you don't really have them anymore. You have no debt. You don't need health insurance. You don't need a mortgage or a landlord, because comfortable housing is a human right. Your retirement is publicly funded. Food, education, energy, medicine, and transportation aren't for-profit businesses. They are common goods and utilities. I've been saying this shit. Or at least to myself, for 10 years now. And going, where do I go? That's why I'm like, I don't know, Majority Report? Is that the extent to which I can? No, there's more. I can be part of an organization who gets people elected. And more than that, you can actually help provide services right now. Kat Abou-Ghazaleh showed us that in Pep's territory, turning her campaign office into a mutual aid and then turning her campaign infrastructure into a mutual aid DSA adjacent kind of platforming organization. You can do what you can. Okay, but enough about bills. What do you do on your day off? Maybe in the morning, you walk your kids to school, run errands, go to a doctor's appointment. In the afternoon, you might want to play a sport, practice a new skill, read, plan a trip. In the evening, you can meet up with friends or family and eat together, maybe go to the movies or down to the park. These are all familiar everyday activities. A socialist day off would be like any good day now. But what if you were free to spend your time how you like without worrying about cost or dreading going back to work? What if you didn't have to think about paying rent or loans at the end of the month or saving for college or afford groceries? What would that be like? It's been said that it's easier to imagine the end of the world than it is to imagine the end of capitalism. But that just because it isn't easy to imagine now doesn't mean we shouldn't try to make it happen. Workers deserve more.
Yeah, so it's basically that what you just read is just like an overarching vision of sort of like the reasoning behind having a party platform, right? That's the goal, and then what comes next is the steps to get there. What do we need to do? What do we need to implement in order to get to at least one step closer to that world? I think that's the point, right?
Right.
And then that comes to the policies, which, I mean, the policy sets, I mean, it's nothing that DSA has completely never supported before. I know that there are some specific things in there. Go ahead, take it away.
No, you can you read it?
Yeah, go ahead. Small? You got it, bro. Okay. I need my reading.
No, sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah. I'll send this in the private chat to everybody. I forgot. But yeah, so these are the policy platforms: thriving working class communities, freedom to flourish, healthcare for all, housing for all, finish Reconstruction, we're just talking about, and mass incarceration and police immunity. I think with these fucking videos, that's the least we can ask for. Let's watch one more just to remind us. This guy was handcuffed by plainclothes officers, by the way. So how would he even know who they are? Not that that's even the most important fucking piece. But then they ran away when they saw they were being filmed. So fast, they left him in handcuffs for over an hour. Again, end of police immunity. Feminism for all, Green New Deal. Working class foreign policy and the U.S. war machine, free Palestine, and blockades, embargoes, and sanctions, abolish ICE. Working class democracy, democracy for all, a real democracy, a democratic Congress, economic democracy, democracy at work. The clip that I saw going around on Fox about from the DSA meeting on Tuesday, where they talked about all this, was abolishing the Senate and the Supreme Court. And they're freaking out about that. Because that would be part of a real democratic Congress.
Selling that, like, as long as the boomers, are going to keep boomering, and I mean, literally, as long as they're kicking, this is going to be a very hard thing to sell.
I don't think we should be. I don't think we should be generationally reductive. You have to keep in mind that a lot of the revolutionary GIs that were in Vietnam, like the Black Panther Party, was boomers. The civil rights movement was boomers. So I don't think. I think being generationally reductive, like, yes, there are upper middle class white boomers, but you also have to keep in mind that there are people who are of the baby boomer generation who are homeless. There are people of the baby boomer generation who died in Vietnam in an imperialist war. There are people of the baby boomer generation who are still in prison because they were railroaded for organizing their people against capitalism and imperialism. So yes,
and I've been.
I do want to let me just jump in really quick, Alex. Like, I just to piggyback on what you're saying as well. All the good boomers are gone. I don't think so, Etch. In addition to what you're saying, though, is that, like, I think that it is dangerous, the generational politics in the context of, like, the American left-right political identity that people have. But if you look at this program, it doesn't say a goddamn thing about Democrats, about Republicans, about American politics. It is a set of policies that are popular for working people. And so, if basically you're not saying, vote for a Democrat or whatever the hell, you're saying you support Medicare for all. You're saying that you support unions. You saying that you support people housing. That's the stuff that'll actually like get people to agree with you, not necessarily. If it's easily identifiable to a party, and I think it's also somewhat useful that establishment Democrats hate groups like DSA so much, and also they're being blasted into a lot of older generational people's televisions on Fox News these days, because
that's why
for some reason Fox News is
thing with boomers is because it's mostly them.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that like they're being blasted on Fox News, but like what they're even saying is that they're basically highlighting our policy platform, and I see it as a potential positive that Meemaw or Peepaw can look at the television, have Jesse Waters or whatever dumb fuck on there and basically have him be like, oh yeah, people shouldn't have homes or some shit.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
like, what are these crazy communists talking about? Like free healthcare.
Well, the
and
healthcare
and
thing is
food.
This is where I say a divided focus is really a problem with selling people on like mainstream ideas, specifically the healthcare system. That's the one that most people can identify with, especially, funny enough, that's why I was bringing up the boomer thing, is because those are the people that are in it. It's harder to sell, trust me, I deal with this on my stream all the time. Anybody that's under the age of 21, they still I'm going to sound so old right now, but they think they're invincible. They think they're never going to have to go to the doctor. Why should I have to pay into something that I'm not benefiting from? It's the same bullshit. And that's why these same tend to always go to the right wing, because they're just like, well, I feel like I'm being robbed and I'm not being represented. I'm being taxed and not represented.
Yeah, but once their bills go down and then they don't have any bills.
But that's where I'm saying the single focus is pretty good, where you're just like, do you want lower bills? Do you because this will happen?
And I even saying
socialized medicine,
bro. I don't even think we should argue with them. Fine, whatever. Go vote for Trump. I'm talking to the people who could be swayed, the younger people, because you're right. The boomers are dying off. But there's way more young people. So, and the biggest voting block is the people who don't vote. Yeah. So you go activate them and go, hey, have you been feeling left out of politics? Have you been feeling lethargic about voting at all? Well, how about this platform? How about what this woman said on Fox News? Speaking of which,
you have led Americans to believe that there's some effort to transform capitalism.
That's NYC DSA's co-chair. Her name is Grace.
Yeah, Grace is cool.
Shout it out. Hell yeah. I love that they're getting off. That's great.
Yeah, they we're a hot ticket item right now in American politics. Everybody's obsessed. There's an investigative journalist in St. Louis. His name is Elliot Davis. He was known, I grew up watching him. He was a guy who would basically go around harassing local chicken shit aldermen and shit, and be like, why did you give Meemaw a $5 ticket?
Every town's got one.
But now he's kind of retired, but he still comments because he's a local celebrity. Everybody fucking knows Elliot Davis. But he did a whole rant about democratic socialism because the president of our local city council, our board of aldermen, Meg Green, is a member. So everybody, you've got fucking Elliot Davis types talking about democratic socialism, talking about DSA, talking about communism, talking about all this stuff. So we have a uniquely situated opportunity to get I fucking hate Fox News. I hate all these fucking people, but they are doing us a favor.
Dude.
You are offering us every fucking day.
Dude,
you are giving us free advertising.
I got the Mike Johnson clip.
How funny was it when this is great? So I think it was Will Kane, one of these Fox News people, had a sheik on his show, asking him about socialism, all this other stuff. But then Will Kane, who is Fox News Clan TV guy, asking a sheik who's a Bangladeshi American, why is your organization so white? Which is so awesome.
Here's the thing.
I love that.
here's the thing: like DSA does have a notorious gap between the amount of people who are white. Like it's still a majority white organization, but like our electeds are actually more diverse in the rank and file. Like if you look at
by a lot.
Like if you look at Daria Leza, if you look at
Kiros in Colorado,
Milad Kiros, if you look at Corey Bush, Hartzell Gray, Rashida Tlaib, AOC even. Like my goal, my dream is to actually make our rank and file look like our electeds.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
First of all, shout out.
They should represent the working class.
I just want to shout out Rebecca. Thank you so much for the $10. I don't know where you donated that. If it was this space, we're all going to see a fraction of a penny. If it was on my channel, though, thank you very much. I appreciate that because I'm simulcasting. But yes, I want to play this clip of Grace on Fox. Transform capitalism, he's saying.
Some effort to transform capitalism into socialism, to move from individualism to collectivism. Is that the goal?
So many people, even those who might not yet identify as
Can you pause it real quick?
Are scared.
You know what I find interesting when in the way that he framed that question, like the idea that capitalism is not somehow like collectivism in some way is like kind of ridiculous, because if you have a capitalist system that collects taxes, then that's the I mean, it's not democratic in terms of like of like what a socialist society would be, but there's collection of resources from across the entire like the entire society to it's not in like capitalism is not by any fucking I guess my point is by any definition capitalism is not individualism. It is a class society that is governed by the ruling class.
Tell that to Citizens United.
No. Anyway, I have to point that out obsessively every single time.
It's just collectivist for a very small group of people.
Well, who's in charge? It's the capitalist class.
It sounds like somebody's been reading their linen.
Oh yeah. Oh, Jeff. No, Jeff teaches me every time I talk to him, and I'm actually learning a lot just by having both of you on here. So I'm absolutely
it's definitely been an educational stream. That's for sure.
I just talk to workers every day. So
the space station, man. I'm telling you, great idea, collective idea.
Are scared of socialism as a concept. Understand that what's happening in our economy now is not working for them. They can't afford their house. They can't afford childcare. They can't afford education.
But they're trying to get to the American dream, even if
shut up.
And socialism's platform is contrary to the American dream, to individual opportunity. Is it not?
No, the fuck it isn't.
We're trying to look back at what has worked in America's past, but also look at what has been successful in other countries.
So she's. I mean, and here's Mike Johnson from a little while ago reading off the platform policies.
That's
what again. Just on the American Dream thing. I think Carlos, you wanted to say something about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like in this idea that individualism, collectivism, it's like this Ayn Rand kind of ideology is what he's really trying to push, right? Like, so socialism is automatically collectivist. Capitalism is always is automatically by default individualistic, and I think that it's actually like the opposite, because if you want to elevate the individual, you have to have a society that freaking works together, and it doesn't happen under capitalism, because capitalism incentivizes you to kind of fend for yourself and to kind of only think about yourself because that's all you have. Like, it atomizes people and basically siphons them off and puts them in little houses, right? Like, we're all just kind of individuals here, just trying to make it, because that's the system that we live under.
And now they're doing it to our minds with the phones. They're atomizing us all with the phones.
Yes.
And just our streaming services, and we're all not watching the same shows. This is my area, right? Entertainment and whatnot. We're not all listening to the same albums, except when it's Kendrick Lamar fucking dissing Drake 2 years ago. We're not all listening to there's no third spaces to like go out and have fun without having to pay a fucking exorbitant amount of money, and your wages are lower than they used to be, and everything costs more than they used to cost. Like, going to the movies is like $50, $60, $70 experience.
I haven't seen a single movie this year because of that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So like the whole the whole point is like, yeah, if you want to talk about actually like elevating individualism, you have to have a society that works, right? Because like you can't elevate the individual when that individual can't get freaking healthcare. You can't elevate the individual when we have to like basically, you know, shackle ourselves to the tune of tens of thousands for student debt, right? To get an education. You can't elevate the individual when they're freaking hungry and you don't want to freaking feed them. You know?
Yeah. Should we watch Mike Johnson rattle off the list or just keep going through the DSA?
Let him say the cool stuff.
Give us the commercial.
The insurgent left is taking over. Now, listen, I don't know if you've seen this. If anybody shared it from the podium. And
By the way,
I want that to be a drop. The insurgent left is taking over.
That's a good drop.
I get your beat.
Insurgent left.
By the way,
that would be a theme song for this show.
By the way, shout out to Conrad Gable, who is running for Congress in Louisiana against Mike Johnson right now, the farmer from Farmville, Louisiana.
What's his name?
Nice.
Conrad Gable.
Conrad Gable.
He's been on GMC like months ago, and he's coming back.
Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, this is a challenger to Mike Johnson right now. I didn't know Mike Johnson's in Louisiana.
Yeah. He's in sort of like the Alexandria area, the northwestern part of the state.
It looks like he came out of a pod from Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
Are there any lawsuits going on in Louisiana with like the whole? A lot of some of my friends are involved in that, including Conrad, including Rubia Garcia, Lindsey Garcia, who's also running in another district up there, and also my dear friend Lauren Jewett, who's running in the 1st district against Steve Scalise.
Oh, ooh, fuck Steve Scalise.
Wasn't that the guy who got shot?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And let's not talk any more about what we think should have happened or not.
No. I'm not going to talk about what would happen, but I do think that this is always, I never fail to bring up this opportunity. I think that it's important that everybody who holds a gun practice. They have to do target practice. They have to have their aim.
No, 1,000%.
Anybody, yes.
And if they have, forgive me for repeating it, but the DSA, the Democrat Socialists of America, it sounds so innocuous, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Definitely needs
from their platform that they published, I think, about a day or two ago. You can find this on the internet. Okay, here's just a sample of what they're about. They put this on paper. They're saying the quiet things out loud.
They put it on paper.
Electoral college replace the two-party system with a multi-party democracy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the House of Representatives.
The shittiest parts of America.
Implement proportional representation.
Elections.
Okay.
Establish public ownership of the largest corporations and essential industries. And accountability to the people.
Does he not understand that? Like Republicans
the guy,
will
he's
like
struggling,
this?
man.
But you see, like the winks. He's literally winking.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta read this out loud.
Come on, guys. You say the quiet part out loud. They put it on paper. You mean like Project 2025? Again, that should have been more of a fucking alarm goddamn bell.
That's what I was asking. Like, do you think he actually knows that he's kind of endorsing them?
Yeah,
like,
he's
a secret endorsement.
No, he's kind of like saying like, oh, this is a bad idea. I don't know who told me to read this. Oh, here we go. We should have more democracy.
No, he's more like he's trying to do the Stephen Miller wink. Like,
but who would tell him to do this? Wait, that's actually like, was it one of his aides? You think?
No, this is his idea for sure.
Oh God, this is. I mean, I'm actually kind of confused about it.
This is how I'm going to interview candidates, by the way. I'm going to play this clip and be like, do you agree with these things that Mike Johnson is saying?
Just play the clip and just be like, agree? All right, move on.
It's just another example of the Rizless right.
Yeah.
To the people. Abolish ICE and grant amnesty for all. End sanctions on Cuba, Venezuela, and Iran. Free Palestine. Quote, for a free Palestine with Jerusalem as its capital.
He's just rattling off all these bangers like
Israel.
He doesn't. These people are so out of touch with America.
He doesn't even know he's doing bars.
Yeah, like these people are so out of touch with what the average American, like the average American right now does not give a shit about Israel.
Yeah.
If they talk about like the average American sees Israel as a fucking money sink that's constantly dragging us into war.
And the reason why gas is going up. That's all they know.
Like it looked like every time that we're getting ready to leave Iran alone, here comes fucking BB. Here comes Israel. Hey, hey, we're gonna attack them again. Hey, you guys got us. You got us, right? Like people are tired of that shit.
Yeah. Second time.
Iran whooped our ass. Leave the people to fuck. These people have been fighting wars for 6,000 years. You're not going to beat them. Leave them the fuck alone. Stay out of the Strait of Hormuz. Leave them alone. They've already said what they want. They want us to pay reparations for attacking their country. That is a just demand. Okay, they want us to leave them alone. Stop bombing them. Stop trying to assassinate their leaders. Unfreeze their assets. All this shit. Stop spying on them. Stuff like reasonable demands that any reasonable country would make. Yet they continue to consistently act like that, like Iran are the bad guys. They are not. And the average American is starting to see through this shit, and they're becoming increasingly pissed. And this Mike Johnson, he's so out of touch with what regular people, never mind in the country, in his district, think. Like you go down to Mike Johnson's district, you're about these I really don't think we should be going to war with Iran. They ain't did nothing to us. Why are we bombing them? And why Israel keep killing all the little kids like that? Like, contrary to what Bannon, but not and the rest of them will tell you, the average American is not like bloodthirsty enough to like, oh yeah, fucking killing all those kids. That's so dope. Yay. Like, no.
They're not politically engaged is all. They don't see, most Americans don't see the political system that we currently have as a solution to any problems, and that's for good reason. It's because it's failed them over and over again their entire lives since the 1960s.
And I consistently have these debates with comrades at DSA, like they're calling people depoliticized. I'm like, no, not voting does not make somebody depoliticized. That makes somebody to the left of what you're talking about. Like, people keep thinking that voting is the only way to do politics. Okay, we already know what they're on the way to doing. They're slowly, yet more rapidly, stripping away people's right to vote. So when you close one pressure valve, okay, if you close a pressure valve, what's going to happen? It's going to be an eruption somewhere.
That was actually my question about the Louisiana thing, because I felt like when they did that, that was almost like they don't understand that that's going to have some major backlash.
I guess we'll see.
It's kind of the same way that they were trying to redistrict, where it's like, do they not see that this could actually backfire?
A lot of people believe, and I'm rapidly becoming one of them. Like, this administration wants there to be, like, they're basically closing the pressure valve. They want this shit to blow up so that they can make the whole country Memphis or Minneapolis. They want to fill up the streets with troops. You see what they're doing in DC. You see what they're doing. You see what they're doing in DC. They've got National Guard there for no fucking reason whatsoever. They rolled it out in LA. Y'all remember when they sent the troops to LA last year? That's what they're gonna, and they want there to be. They want there to be troops across the fucking country. They basically want to put us under like low key martial law.
Yeah.
That's what
that was
want.
the idea. Yeah, it was literally. I remember like when they were out by Trump Tower.
Yeah,
it was
like
just all for photo op.
How many people know? How many people know that the National Guard has shot 2 people in Memphis this month? Shot and killed 2 people in Memphis this month.
Very, very little. Very few
people. Yeah, it's not that people are not giving a shit. It's that they want to normalize this.
Yes,
it's what. Yeah, just like
this is going to be your average day. They want. I mean, I don't know if you listened to it, but this album, "Crybaby" by Vince Staples, I have not been able to stop listening to it since it dropped. Reaction on my channel, folks. But the last song, 7 in the Morning, it's all about troops, and he repeats left, right, left, about being in another country and American imperialism, or here at home and hearing them outside walking down the street.
Man,
because
like
that is the goal.
Dispatch.
That is the goal. It is
Dispatch
to get
a song called "The General." By the way, you should check out.
It is. I will check out that game. I've been looking at it.
No, not the game. It's a band. No, it's like a folk.
Because it's also a game
forever.
So it is. It is the they're trying to get their fucking lick back, which they didn't get licked in the first place. But in 2020, when there was the George Floyd protests globally. And they want to see troops in the streets mowing people down. That's what they want to see, because they have bloodlust.
Yeah. If you see the fucking fascists, if you see the fucking fascists on Twitter, they're always talk. Oh yeah, this is what we voted for. This is what we voted for. They want Jakarta. They want Jakarta. They want Mexico City 68. They want there to be like they're coming so hard at the DSA because they want to line up all 120,000 of us and blow our fucking brains out. That's what they want.
BRG, do you remember 2014 the Bundy Ranch in Nevada?
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that.
Those fundamentalist Mormons who were illegally grazing their cattle on Bureau of Land Management owned land. The feds were like, "Hey, you need to move your cows. Like this is federal."
And this
land.
guy said, "My grandpappy's grandpappy was here before there was a federal government. I don't got to do shit." And then Hannity and Breitbart and Daily Caller amplified this story.
All these fucking gas station clerks from middle of nowhere, Alabama. They all got their fucking shitty Walmart bought AR-15s and ran up to the ranch, and
they thought this was going to be the spark that lights the next civil war.
People forget that the right wing has like the hard right, the fascists. They don't believe they don't believe in reforming shit either.
No.
Yeah.
So that's
I was there. Before when they had all the
Bundy Ranch.
No, I was there when when I was going to talk about something a little bit different actually. At the protests in New Orleans when we took down the statues, right? They had motherfuckers with AR-15s. They had more flags than they had people there. But you have, crowds of folks that are out there saying like we got to take these statues down, and you got these 27 motherfuckers pointing their fucking AR-15s at people. It was crazy. Just like over PGT Beauregard.
Why are there Confederate statues in New Orleans? Like, didn't New Orleans spend most of the Civil War under Union occupation?
New Orleans got ripped immediately
because they want to remind folks.
Well, there was. That actually is a story.
Folks, what the time you got your ass whooped?
There actually is a story to it. There was a period of time post Reconstruction where the White League took over and started building up these statues during the Jim Crow era.
To be like, no, this was our identity. Actually, we were on the side of the Confederacy, and we should take up that lost cause. That's what this is.
I still trip off of how there was one of the Minnesota regiments at Gettysburg. They took or it might have been Chancellorsville. They literally captured Confederate colors, and they still have it in a museum in Minneapolis. And they keep asking, "Can you please give us our flag back?" And Jesse Ventura's crazy ass, the Libertarian governor of Minnesota, I think this was in the 90s, like, "Look, you fucking hicks need to
Jesse
leave us
Ventura,
alone."
you mean?
Jesse Ventura was the governor of Minnesota, the wrestler.
Ventura,
and he was like, he was like, "Look, you fucking hicks, we beat your ass. We stole your flag. We're not giving it back." And they're that's just rude of you, goddamn Yankees.
I always remember Jesse.
And I told them to go shove it because that's how I'm Minnesota nice.
No, Jesse.
Oh yeah,
Jesse is the man who came up with the words I live my life by.
What's that?
Live if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Nice.
Jesse Ventura, complicated man.
Huh? Yeah, he's still alive.
I love Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, he was actually he was in Minnesota during the ICE occupation. They actually did something at his old high school, and he showed up and started talking. And then they were like, "Hey, have you considered maybe throwing your hat in the ring for governor again?" And he's just like, "Yeah, maybe I will. Sometimes you just got to do something that you don't want to do for the greater good." And it was just like, "Oh, that wasn't a no."
Well, I mean, again, I will always love Jesse Ventura because he was the guy who tried to organize the boys in the 1980s.
I literally
tried to wrestle. He tried to organize the wrestlers.
Minnesota GI Joe behind me. That is the Jesse Ventura.
Till that fucking scab ass bitch Hulk Hogan dropped the dime on him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that motherfucker. Like his thing, black unks that were actually around in the 80s. They were like, "Oh my god, he's so." Oh man, they kill Hulk dead. I'm like, bro, fuck that racist motherfucker. Like we met. Like we met Hulk Hogan through the reality show Hulk Hogan when he was like extremely fucking racist.
I don't know.
He said
Josh Johnson has a great bit on it. How he was just like, wait, I thought Hulk Hogan was black. Because he tanned so much, and then he was just like, I legitimately found out he was a white guy late in life.
Just Italian. No, not black. Just Italian, brother.
Name's Balea. Where do you think that came from, brother? Come on. No,
and we got.
I feel bad for the people that found out about Hulk Hogan through Bubba the Love Sponge. That had to be a trip.
No, I will never forget. He was parodied in that fucking in epic rap battles of history. Yes, I'm that type of nerd.
Oh yeah,
they put him up. They put him up against Kim Jong Il. He's like, you got a ringside seat to your own SmackDown, brother. You look like Sonic the Hedgehog's mother. And then it got increasingly racist. Well, this is Hulk Hogan we're talking about.
Yeah.
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, like a lot of these, like especially like a lot of younger comrades, like I show them shit from like 2011, 2012, 2013, and like y'all thought this was funny. Like they hate epic rap battles of history, Jib Jab, if anybody remembers that.
I remember Jib Jab.
Those fucking cheap ass fucking flash animations. Like I was a nerdy kid. I learned about a lot of politics through that shit. And like they're like, bro, this is fucking lame. But I'm like, yeah, you fucking Zoomers are spoiled. Like,
memes was different. Memes was different in the AOL days. Okay.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. I mean, like Newgrounds. Like we used to have.
I made my first YouTube channel to watch Saddam. I made my first YouTube account to watch Saddam get hanged.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I just see this and I'm like, oh my god, this is like my aunt. She got so into this crap.
Yeah.
It was
My
like
dad watched
90% of her Facebook was just Jib Jab videos.
I'm sensitive. I cannot lie. I love to hug and kiss this guy.
Yeah, I remember.
Is Newgrounds even still up?
I think they actually have a they have a YouTube.
I remember the
channel,
Mario.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, they have like a modern website. Looks like.
Yeah. No, Newgrounds.
No way, dude. E-Bombs World and Newgrounds are still around.
What about Homestar Runner? Is Homestar Runner still up there? Is Homestar Runner still around?
Dude, yeah, Homestar. I know for a fact Homestar.
We got distracted. All of us nerds.
Strong Bad.
Y'all are bringing me back to the days when I was in fucking computer class, and like you all remember those little cheap ass, little fucking dumbass proxy servers.
Yep.
And like the fucking computer room teacher, he had like at the front of the room, like he could see all the shit. He was like, I know what you guys are doing, right? So he was just fucking. He would troll us. Like he would wait good until we were in the middle of our little flash game or whatever, and he just fucking knock all that shit off. I'm like, bro, fuck you, Frankenberger. If you're watching this, fuck you.
Homestar just kind of
that was his name.
Selling
Frankenberger. Bro, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest. Like half of these white people.
I'm from Chicago, dude. So I'm right here with you.
Yeah, half these white people have either funky as Kraut or Polak names.
You
don't
let
my wife
wrong,
hear you say
man. Dude, I live on a block that is literally like the most Eastern European in Chicago.
You know,
that's crazy.
It's interesting because I didn't
call it Croatia town.
I've heard
little Ukraine. So
hang on, I've heard that be used my entire life. I didn't realize how much it cut until I met my fiance, who is Polish. And she got called that in school as a kid, and I'm like,
really?
But it's the 90s. What are you talking about? Like, who's racist?
Look, a substitute teacher literally came. There was a kid in the room. His name was Brzezinski, and the substitute teacher. He was like old as fuck. He was a Vietnam vet, and he called my last name. Then he called Then he just was going down the list, and then he's like, Polak name. Where are you?
Oh my god!
Did the guy go here?
Yes.
I know who he's talking about. Hold on.
Wow.
See, like, and that's like there's a difference between
intention matters. Intention matters.
It's different. It's different. Like as somebody that like, okay, I just turned 32, so like I grew up with the whole South Park. I was about to mention Mina Mencia, but I hate that joke stealing motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
Dave Chappelle. Like I grew up with shit like that. Futurama, Family Guy. Like so, like that type of ethnic humor. Like it depends on like intent and like there's a difference between like just
you kids are not old enough to remember when The Simpsons were good.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No.
Yeah, you missed
no,
that.
I was that was like before I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons.
There's some fire on there.
I was not allowed. You know what? The first TV show I remember watching, fucking Ren and Stimpy. I don't know why
really?
I don't know why my mom and my stepdad thought that was a good show for a like 2 or 3 year old kid to be watching. But then
Nickelodeon's for kids.
I had fucking nightmares for a week because of that fucking happy joy shit.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't like how the fucking scene was changing colors, and I didn't like how gritty it looked.
The detailed, disgusting drawings that they would do, like the flash, like where they would flash to that. Like I remember one specifically kind of got me like fucked up about toenails, where like it was so well drawn, where I was just like, oh, that's disgusting. And now when I see like a fucked up toenail, I'm like, hey, it's the Red Stimpy toenail.
Oh yeah, our whole fucking generation was just fucking traumatized by this shit. We did not have no business watching. We did not have no business watching 90s Nickelodeon.
I'm older than you, so I can tell you right now.
So I was a little fucking kid. I should have been watching Blue's Clues and shit, not Ren and Stimpy and Angry Beavers and Rocco's.
Oh my god,
Angry Beavers was fire though. Yeah, Rocco, that was good. Although Rocco got a little messed up at times.
That was a messed up
honestly, like Gen X, I think is just like it's an extremely like I see echoes because these are the people that raised us. Like I see echoes of Gen X's nihilism in millennials.
Oh yeah. No,
like,
I'm definitely.
I'd say more in. So I'd say that there's hope in millennials. I'd say that as a millennial, I say this, so I might say there's a lot of sort of like the thing with millennials is that we're a generation of people. I was just saying this to Robert like a couple of weeks ago. Lumencast, shout out to him. But we, millennials are a generation that have in their lifetimes known hope and had it rug pulled away. I was what 15, 16 years old when 9/11 happened. I was sitting watching that shit in like middle school. I was just out of college.
I was 7.
Yeah. Shut up. I was just out of college or in college when fucking Hurricane Katrina happened. See the government fail again, Iraq-Iran war, all that shit. Right when I get, out of college,
George Bush.
Right when I get out of college,
Dude,
I remember that when Kanye was good. I remember when Kanye was cool. It was cool. He really was.
I believe that was just a narcissistic move.
That's okay. And it was using his narcissism for good for like 1 minute. Anyway, moving on. Like the next thing, 2008 financial crisis. Like all millennials have seen in our entire lives is fucking the society that we were told that if you just go to college and if you do what you're supposed to do and follow the rules, you're gonna be just fine. And that didn't fucking pan out. So like we have a whole society of jaded motherfuckers who know that this shit is fucked. Now I would say Gen Zers.
I learned. You know what I learned? You know what I learned through coming to adulthood as a young black man. I learned that I'm not a big fan of white people.
Okay.
Fair.
And so anyway, I was just anyway, like I would say in sort of like the next generation of like Gen Zers or whatever, they actually have just never known that hope. That hope was never real for them. I guess.
They're just basically like they're just entirely fucking cradle to grave nihilists.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting to that point too with white folks for real. But I wanted to point out because I wanted to point out something. You were talking about South Park, and I can't resist to talk about my playlist of all these South Park episodes from last season. But where they went really hard at Trump, and because they're fucking pissed. They represented a kind of nihilism to me as a kid, which is Gen X nihilism of Reagan won and Reaganomics is happening, and that's just the way things are, and this kind of office space idiocracy, Fight Club kind of. Well, we all have office jobs and we can afford houses and have kids and families, but we feel still stuck for some reason. We feel like we can't express ourselves for some reason. And the hidden hand of fucking capitalism pressing everyone down, atomizing all of you, turning you into cogs in a much larger machine. That's what was unable to be articulated then. And I think through social media and the tools that the elites have allowed onto the public, thinking that they can maintain control, but we will use the tools how we see fit.
Can I teach y'all? To Jeff's point, I just want to say that the other big difference is that we grew up without social media and not having phones all the fucking time. Like,
yes.
I think Jeff is with me on this one.
Some things cannot be forgiven.
What's that?
Some things cannot be forgiven.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
look at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, I think he's responding to a comment.
Some things cannot be forgiven.
For sure. For sure.
Well, he's trying. I mean, at least he apologized, I guess.
I mean, what I don't think he did anything, but he can't represent on behalf of everyone and be like,
yeah, like that's not gonna an apology is not gonna unenslave my ancestors.
Yeah, I just found out where mine were held and like who owned them and shit. It's fucking crazy to know.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's fucking rough finding out shit like that. Like, like back when we were doing those genealogy things. Like, my ancestors came from, I don't know, fucking Italy or this and that. And like all the black kids just look at each other like Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia.
Yeah.
Like that's why we need culturally sensitive programming in schools. Like you have to keep in mind that, like, okay, you have literal kids in your class who are descended from slaves. Like we can't do stuff like that because y'all stole us from Africa and then you denied us knowledge of where we came from. Like we can't.
When they were talking about CRT in schools and whatnot, I'm like, this is the kind of schooling I went to. I went to like progressive private schools, so they're expensive, and rich kids send their kids there. Or diversity people like me get to go in, so the rich kids feel like they're amongst real culture. And this is
have somebody to bully.
Or yes, that too. And I remember a teacher being like, white teacher being like, you're black, and I'm like, I'm four. I'm not four. I'm in like fourth grade. I'm in fourth grade.
I like that answer. Wait a minute.
Why are you? So wait, she just walked up to you.
No. This is a class, and I'm like,
God.
This is a class. She's talking about slavery, and I'm like, but my skin color is the same as everybody else, and they're like, well, the one drop rule, you count, and I'm like, well, why are you going by the slave owners' rules? Aren't we past that? What does it matter?
No, that's still how.
It does matter.
That's what I think catches up a lot of Latin Americans, because race down there is radically different. But up here, if you have any of those, like those white Southerners were anal about this shit. Like if you have any known non-white ancestry, like I'm different. Like, okay, you could look at me and tell I'm fucking black, but like there were a lot of people who were able, there were a lot
Puerto
of,
Rican or Middle Eastern.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who were who were able to pass. So like, yeah, they would, like you say, they would pass themselves off as Latino or as Middle Eastern, so that down there they would have an easier time. But like in Latin America, like a lot of people, like a lot of African Americans, like unless you're really, really, really dark skinned, like you would not be considered black. They have like 20 or 30 different racial categories down there. It's wild.
Yeah. So like, yes, it is very complicated down there. But like, so that experience in school where I'm being told we're going by the slave master's rule, I didn't understand why. And I remember when they were talking about it in the news, it was a big deal. The right wing made it a big deal. And they had black families coming on Fox News and being like, I don't want my kid coming home and being told he can't achieve his dreams or her dreams or their dreams because they're black. And that's what they're being told. And it's this fake concern. Just like the guy talking about, like you said, bringing a sheik onto Fox News and being like, why is the DSA so white? Being like, well, why do you care? You want everything to be white.
Like Clan TV, they would love DSA if it was so white, you would think, right?
Yeah, they project. They see it as a weakness. They see our empathy for the marginalized communities as a fucking weakness. And we can make you infight.
Well, what's the opposite?
So white?
Well, what's the opposite of purity? We were talking about purity and Stephen Miller earlier. What's the opposite of purity? It's diversity, right?
Diversity.
So if we so if we have, I mean, the working class is diverse. The working class includes all identities other than wealthy. So I mean, again, the way that the way that they maintain control is by having a split and going into our little identitarian corners or whatever. And the way that we beat them is being on the same page and fighting along the lines that what makes us strong, which is our ability to, ability to do labor, because they ain't motherfucking doing it.
Well, no, and they just don't care, like, to even try to get the working. That's what really,
their role in society is not to do that.
It is crazy to me how much they have, like, so much sway with the working class when they don't focus on the working class, and then they also get this like pass.
Well, it's white working.
Like, we're living through it right now, where inflation is still hot. Like, everything still sucks economically, but somehow the pass, like. And I understand that it's like they're great on a curve, like as far as like the news coverage and shit. But the average American also seems to do this. So, like, do you think that the news coverage has not anything, but like a lot to do with it? Or do you think that this is just organically how people are kind of viewing it just through their everyday lives?
I mean, media reflect. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. I was going to say media reflects media material conditions and values of society.
We got to be dialectical about shit. Like, the mistake that a lot of comrades make is they see everything as all one thing or all another thing, whereas in reality, shit's more complicated. Contradictions are always interacting with each other. Shit's always changing. Like, we're all a nanosecond closer to death than we were a nanosecond ago. Like, shit's always changing. So but people should just keep that in mind, and that's why people are always in these dumbass arguments and shit. Oh my god, you said so and so, you did so and so. I mean, it's like people don't like they're very subjective. They don't they don't try to be objective. They, like a lot of people who call themselves Marxists, are like this, because Marx, Lenin, Engels, Mao, like all our teachers of this shit, like they taught us, look, don't just see shit as being frozen in time permanently. That's not how Marxists think. So I call a lot of these.
It's not how the world works.
Yeah, like I call them Marx fans. I call them fans because you all are not really applying the scientific method that was developed by our forebears. Like if Marx and Engels, like if Lenin had thought like that, if Mao had thought like that, Russia would still be under the Tsar, and China will still be under fucking the fucking KMT. So we have to be dialectical. We have to be objective in our analyses. You can't just be like, oh, it's just the media, or oh, it's just white people, or oh, these fucking black people are like, no. Like you have to consider how shit is always you have to consider how shit is always interacting with each other.
The only constant of the universe is change.
Exactly. Damn, so, you're a Maoist. You're a Maoist.
I guess.
Yeah.
This clip, I mean, and these are stakes. Again, going back and forth between like the positives and the fucking terror that is on our necks. And apparently, Pep, there's a Trump speech about to happen at 9:00.
Yeah, it's at 9. Yeah.
All right, so maybe
it's kind of unnerving.
Maybe tune into Pep Talks. I think like
Pep Talks,
or you could stay on here and just keep going after we're done with this space station. But here's Tom Homan on with Laura Ingraham the other day talking about blood in the streets.
But it all goes back to the Dems who want to continually attack ICE and tell people to evade them, tell people don't comply, tell people to resist.
This guy looks like a fucking scrotum sack.
Law enforcement agency. You and I talked about this year and a half ago, Laura.
He looks like Kane, like the Undertaker's brother.
He does look like Kane.
A little bit.
I only have like 90s wrestling knowledge.
And I'm saying,
who also looks like a scrotum sack, by the way.
Bloodshed.
Wait.
Actually, he looks like the bad guy from Bill and Ted 2.
That's so
or whatever. Damaskiros or whatever.
Dude, you pulled that out. But yeah, this is the part where he's saying we're blaming Democrats. Democrats' fault that people are dying because they're telling people to resist our shock troopers.
I wish Democrats would be doing that.
And I'm saying it right now. There's still going to be more bloodshed unless they shut their mouth and let ISIS.
That's a threat.
That's a fucking threat.
That's a threat.
He's
threatening to use state violence for people that are perceived opposition. That's the whole thing with these people. They're fascists, right?
That's why they like these videos going viral. They both are embarrassed and have to like, they're not embarrassed. They realize they have to like manage the whites and the elites and go, don't worry, it's not going to come for you yet, but you know, it's happening. And this is for the people. The people should know that this can happen to you if you don't do what we say. You can be shot in the head. Your children can be shot in a Walmart because we don't give a fuck. You have to fucking comply. That's
and it'll be justified
and it'll be justified legally. It'll be justified forever because maybe the next president, Gavin Newsom, is going to turn the page again, and we're not going to prosecute anybody, just like Obama didn't prosecute anybody for Abu Ghraib or Guantanamo. And it's because of this platform. Freedom to flourish, healthcare for all, housing for all, freedom to reconstruction. Like, this is what they're afraid of. Fairness. They're afraid they won't be able to step on people and get away with it. They're afraid of getting smacked in the face for walking around with swastikas. This is what they're fucking afraid of.
Just as effective as them, where that platform would be literally our Project 2028. You know,
it is.
Well,
I mean, they're scared of platforms like this because they know that it threatens the capital order, at least in their mind. I mean, like, I guess you could technically have a lot of these things under quote unquote capitalism. You can have a universal healthcare system under capitalism. You can have all this stuff. But it does threaten the capital order because if people start thinking about another way, like, wait a minute, if we could do universal healthcare, if we could do universal college, if we could do like public housing, if we could do like, I don't know, public groceries like Mamdani's trying to do in New York, what else could we do? And that's the problem when people start thinking like that.
I mean, speaking of Mamdani, you took the words right out of my mouth. Mamdani announced his first ever NYC Parks Parents Night Out, giving parents and caregivers a free evening off. Free babysitting.
That's
stuff like that. Yeah.
Here's Zoran going to Rikers Island.
He won't pick a side in the World Cup final, though.
Here's Mamdani going to Rikers Island to watch the World Cup games, to highlight Rikers as a place that needs to be closed.
And we talked about 66. You have one star only. You can see it there. And 8% there, 3.
I talked about this when I spoke to Danielle Welch, who ran for Congress against Tom Suozzi in the primary, and she's working on closing Rikers. We talked about how Zoran has closed a couple buildings, is starting to move prisoners into different jails so that Rikers can be shut down.
Who you guys work for? I hope that this shares with people who are incarcerated here on Rikers that they too are a part of New York City. The World Cup has been a magical moment for the entire city. These are New Yorkers, and they will be New Yorkers when they get out of Rikers. They're New Yorkers today, and I wanted to make sure that we can celebrate this moment together.
Humanize everybody. That's the key. I was thinking about this the other day. You know, there's a right-wing meme of like the oppression Olympics, and who's the most oppressed? There's a disabled black trans woman who's a Muslim and gay and a lesbian, and that should be who we fight for the most. Because if you improve that person's life, then you improve everybody else's life. That's why race and class, it's all tied together. It's intersectional. It's more complicated than just, we got to get this demographic to vote this way, and the 18 to 34s. It's about uplifting everyone from the bottom up. I mean, they're kind of right when Reagan was like, trickle down. It's the opposite. It's always projection. Trickle down. No, bottom up. Bottom up. You help that person's life. You help everybody else.
The only thing that trickles down is piss.
Piss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we got pissed.
Of course. Like, a trans person's fight is all of our fights. A black person's fight is all of our fights.
Because now you're going to have, you didn't want trans people in girls' sports? Well, guess what? Now you're going to have general inspectors at fucking elementary schools. Congratulations, people who voted because of that issue. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
this is a nut. This
good
is
luck. Good luck finding any empathy from anybody on that side with that stuff. Like, it's just the fact. That
again, we don't have to appeal.
Permeate so fucking deep, and we couldn't get past, and just
we don't have to appeal to them.
Yeah,
fuck them.
Yeah,
I got a dip, y'all, but this was amusing. I actually enjoyed this.
Good. I'm glad.
Awesome, dude.
All right.
And hopefully,
see y'all next week,
folks, you will see him as a regular host on this space.
Yeah, I got a dip
next
too.
week.
But check out Good Morning Comrade Mondays at 10 a.m. Central Time. You can also check our YouTube, our TikTok, all that stuff. Good Morning Comrade.
And BRG, where can people find you?
You can find me. I am OG Black Redguard on Twitter. I am Black Redguard on YouTube, and I'm OG Black Redguard on Twitch. So, yeah, see y'all next week, comrades.
Hell yeah! Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
I have more of the RNC promoting DSA ideas and candidates. Here is the RNC official Twitter account. So you want me to pull you off the screen, BRG?
Yeah, that's fine.
I got you. So RNC research, Florida Democrat congressional candidate Elijah Manley tells Hassan Piker he wants to abolish and prosecute ICE.
Ooh,
Scary.
Can't have that. Oh, no.
Brought it up earlier. Do you support the abolition and the prosecution of ICE?
Yes, abolition and prosecution.
Okay.
I think it's important.
What about Debbie Wasserman Schultz? What's her assessment on ICE?
She supported building in 2011 an ICE detention facility in Broward County in the Southwest Ranches. She signed a letter saying this is good for the economy and recommending to the ICE director to build that facility.
God. Speaking of ICE.
So again, just the RNC doing our jobs for us, promoting our ideals and our platforms. And I don't think, especially with every instance of these violent actions, I don't think more and more people are seeing that this is not only reasonable, but necessary.
Yeah. And if I may, I think also like it's important to point out like not just to say like abolish ICE, but like why we need to abolish ICE, because first of all, like it's not necessary. We have been, as far as I remember, a country for quite a while, and we haven't had ICE until very recently, so we don't need them. Also, like we have to explain why they are unsafe by continuously pointing out all the things that they've been doing, from violating people's rights up into all the way up to murder, just straight up murder in the streets. I don't think that people are safer by having these unaccountable thugs going around ripping people off cars, shooting at moving vehicles, just killing people because they are brown. I can't think of any other reason why these ICE agents are rolling up and shooting at people. And the excuse is always the same. Oh, they're trying to run vehicles onto us. It's always the same nonsense. And then video comes out and it turns out to be false. So, yeah, I think it's important to elaborate and explain. I mean, this is like an RNC cut. So, we're not going to get the full context. But I think it's always important to point out like why it's important to say we need to abolish ICE. They are literally killing people on the streets, violating people's rights. It's only a matter of time. It is happening to citizens.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important to point that out.
Absolutely. All right. I mean, that was a good conversation. I'm very happy with how the space station is going so far. We're going to go extra long today, folks. First episode, premiere episode. We're going to go extra long a little bit. I don't know how late you guys can stay.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that Trump was going to go live like around 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he's going on at 9 Eastern, that's a little rough.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't stay for very much longer. But I also want to say, like on that, if you're gonna stream it, Pep Talks, I highly recommend folks to check that out, because like this is one of those Trump speeches that I would actually pay attention to, because I feel like it's a bit unnerving, like the stage that is being set here, because it could be anything from like old man yells at cloud about the 2020 election all over again, or it could be or it could be like, okay, so this, exactly, like, okay, this is anyways, we're canceling the midterms, so have a great day, and like that's it.
Right. Yeah, it's just like exactly. All right, guys, we're canceling the midterms. Peace.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
ultra populist.
Seriously, that's the unnerving part about this particular speech.
Yes, I am.
Sorry. Is the fact that it could be anything from like nothing to the nonsense we've been hearing for 6 years straight about, the elections, Russia or whatever, who's ever interfering. Oh, I'm sorry, it was the ghost of Hugo Chavez, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, yeah, that one. Yeah, that's right. I forgot they even like it. That was their whole narrative. No, this one's Chinese, according to like the people that have like knowledge on the speech. I guess he's saying that it was Chinese interference, which we've known about. Like we knew about this, but the thing is, he also was kind of the reason behind that, because during his first term, he was ignoring the fact that they were telling him, "Hey, there's Chinese interference." He's like, "No, there's not. Remember, there's no interference. There's no election interference. What are you talking about?" Because at that point, he thought for sure he was going to win. Like, dude, it's just so fucking. I hate.
And
that
even
we're
if
in
that's
this...
true, like, where is the evidence that this would have overturned the election? Because it doesn't seem, to be the case.
90+ court cases. How many recounts? Like, I don't understand how this is still. Again, this is where I was kind of going.
It's because they're making.
How are they so fucking effective at this when it's so stupid?
Yeah, I know.
They're in charge.
It's not. It's not. No.
Yes.
I'll push back on that one, because they weren't in charge and they were still effective with this shit. For the last.
What do you mean they were effective?
For the 4 years under Biden, they were very effective with that pushback bullshit.
What are you talking about?
They were the ones dominating the fucking the
the media cycle.
Biden, like they dominated that media.
Because the media loves talking about Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's why the media loves talking about Trump. Dude, it doesn't feel like there was a Biden presidency. It feels like 10 years straight of Trump, because even when it was kicked off Twitter, they were just like, okay, now there's Truth Social, and we'll tweet everything he truths, and we'll report on everything he truths, because Biden was fucking Sleepy Joe. He had no fucking agenda. He had no fucking he wasn't being bold. He wasn't doing anything. So we're gonna pay attention to the guy who's still screaming and ranting and raving. It's a reality show. It's been a reality show.
Yeah.
So it's not that they convince people or they're good at it. It's just that they're fucking annoying and funny to laugh at and make fun of. But then you're amplifying it. The amount of people, keep talking about it. The amount of people fucking retweeting Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene because they said something like that sounds like something you would say now. It's like they're just doing it so that you retweet them. They're doing it for popularity, to make money. They don't give a fuck. They're not going to fucking shepherd their audiences.
But that's why everybody gets pissed off about that's why everybody gets pissed off when they do get like platformed and like
Let them.
I do kind of get it.
Meghan McCain and Bill O'Reilly both have shows actively right now, but they're not going viral every other day. They're not going because nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. But Tucker and Marjorie, or for some reason, still like paid attention to. I mean, Matt Gaetz even went away. Like,
well, you kind of nailed it, because they're saying the things that we think or they think we want.
So
to
it
hear.
catches someone like, I'm sorry, fucking Ryan Grimm or Mehdi Hassan or whatever.
Propaganda.
This is them trying to do the third party push with America First. Like, I'm telling you, like, I called this shit when Tucker and MTG announced that third party thing. I have been saying this for the past almost year, where I'm like, they are like whenever MTG like left Congress, that's when I was saying, I'm like, she's either gearing up for a presidential run or she's going to push a third party. And she she started using the America First language. That's when I was like, they're doing the third party.
They might, but
no, they are doing it. They already said that this is something that they're going to try and push for. And like, the thing is, I would be remiss to,
but they're going to split their own vote
to ignore this. Cause like, it could actually, everybody did that with the Tea Party. Everybody ignored the Tea Party.
But they ran
Everybody
on the
thought that it was
Republican
just
ticket.
a bunch of fringe idiots that had some wacky ideas.
They ran on Republican tickets and they won. Like that's why they're scared now, and they're doing all this shit.
The same thing. This is where
about
I
the
got into a
DSA.
big argument with somebody about that, about infiltration politics, and they were telling me how that doesn't work, and I'm like, that's bullshit because I've literally watched it work.
It's working right now.
It might not work for us. I don't know why, because we can't conceptualize it, or maybe like because these people are so fucking evil that they're like, this is the evil plan. Just abide by. Like, look at the Federalist Society. The Federalist Society's whole thing has been going on since like what, pre 9/11? I'm pretty sure that it was like right after Clinton. And they they played the long game, and now we're at the end of their long game.
And there was shit before. Like they've been since forever. There's been groups in smoky rooms with leather chairs going, how do we fucking keep our hold on shit? How do we the rabble is getting rowdy again. How do we calm them down? Ply them with social safety net shit or fucking shoot them. And that's or some kind of in between. But there's always management of the proletariat, as BRG and Jeff were saying. It is maintaining the status quo of capitalism.
Well,
and beyond that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to them. That's why.
That's where, like, unfortunately,
they're given
that's where I was trying to
legitimacy.
articulate that, and not very well, I'll admit, but like that's where I was trying to say that, unfortunately, the 89 million people in America that don't vote, you know, they tune out the second that you start going at them aggressively in any way with your policies at all. And that's why it's like they tend to kind of like focus on a single issue and then just latch onto that. Like, I can't tell you how many times in Illinois here where I was surprised to hear somebody, because like Bruce Rauner, our last governor, was such a piece of shit, and he was so bad that he had Republicans even saying like, you know what, we're out. Like, even if we're not going to vote for you, like just plain and simple. So by merit, they kind of did the thing where it's
again,
like, well, I guess I'm going to allow JB Pritzker to take over. But
they have to be somewhat respectable to them, to each other. Like Trump was a fucking he's new money, he's nouveau riche. Like, he was looked down upon by the old money elites in New York.
That's true.
But now he's in charge, so they all got to come kiss his ass. And it doesn't matter. Like, they'll still talk about him behind his fucking back. Like Bezos and Zuckerberg and all these other, they're just like, oh yeah, he's an idiot, but he's in fucking charge, and we put him there so that he can sign our shit that we want to get done. It doesn't matter. We literally have the auto pen that they were talking about Joe Biden. That's what Trump is. Like, again, it's always projection. It's always them telling on themselves of either what they want to do, what they are doing, or what they wish they could do. Like, it's fucking frustrating. It's frustrating because then, we get to this point where you got fucking these motherfuckers giving these speeches. You got Trump. I mean,
this is where I
think this is related to what Trump's going to say later.
We didn't need the speeches to know that this was coming.
No, of course not. We knew, but broadly, it's
more
not
broadly,
being
people
talked
don't
about.
view it this way. The thing is, the people seeing this now are the ones that, like, they're the ones banking, like they're banking on seeing this and being like, oh, well, that's a problem. They got that scary socialism thing. I don't like socialism. I was told that that's Russian. I was told that that's Russian. Like, dude, this is where I was getting at, kind of like at it with like what's his name? BRG. Where I was just trying to articulate that it's like, no, your average voter is very fucking stupid. And you guys know that, like, I do this on my show all the time where I try to dumb down politics. And a lot of people don't like that because they don't want to face the reality that these 6th grade reading comprehension doofuses kind of need to be babied. And they don't want to be.
No, but they don't need.
Sometimes we don't want to spoon feed. Sometimes we would rather just fucking throw the baby food at them.
They're adults. They need to fucking learn. Like, that's the
not
problem.
How this works, though. In politics,
but they
that's
will.
Not how this works, because we don't have a strong civics infrastructure. You have to have a level.
It literally is happening here, Pep, in New York.
What's that?
It's literally happening. Like,
no, because
people are learning.
It. They're seeing it.
Well, they're seeing it now, but for the campaign.
Hope, but I'm saying to follow the playbook. But
I'm saying for the campaign.
It is a fair question. It was dumbed down. Does it work? Like, because somebody asked this about, like, does the New York elections translate into the broader country? And that is a good question, which I do think that in Michigan, and then the last wins, God, I forgot which other state it was, but it was actually surprising where it was like, oh shit, think it was Colorado.
Yeah, it's Colorado.
Yeah, it was Colorado.
Dude, it's literally what we've been saying. It is just, don't tell them that this is the socialist platform. Just say, hey, would you like to have more days off? Would you like to have more money in your pocket? Would you like to not have poison water?
Yeah, but I mean, that kind of is like dumbing it down, right?
It is kind of dumbing it down a little bit. Again, yes, for a broader. Yes.
You focus on the issues that like this is why I was saying
you
about
start
how
with
like
3,
every
right?
American can they
Fast
all
and
look
free
at their
buses.
jobs, and that's where we were saying about the working class thing. All of us, like in the working class, the 99% or the 98% or whatever the fuck we are now, but we can all relate to these things because we're working class, because we like most people are one paycheck away from having their life fucked up. That's something that everybody can understand. You know, that's why it is like you are making good points about the platform. It's just about how we sell it to them.
Yeah, but you get them intrigued with the dumbing down. I'll agree with that. You dumb it down to get them intrigued. Oh, fast and free buses? Oh, universal childcare? Oh, these get them hooked. And then you get them hooked and they're paying attention, then you explain how this works and how it can work and how it will be paid for. Okay, you got my vote. Now the vote's happening. Now it's an action and you're seeing it happen.
Right.
And then
I'll say that Mamdani's really helping with that because he's succeeding.
He's succeeding in the biggest and greatest city in the country.
Oh, when he balanced that budget, that was so much cope on the fucking Republican side because they were banking on him not being able to do that.
Fiscally responsible party, by the way.
Yeah.
No, it makes absolutely. But that's where like I've always had this platform about just. If we need to remarket something, then you do it. You know, like if they hear big socialist, like if they hear the word socialism even, and then they get scared away, okay, then you just say, oh, well, it's technically capitalist socialism. Like, and that's where like I have had to explain this so like simply to people where it's like, do you like having your fire department? Do you want your fire department to be better funded? Oh, yes. Socialism. That's socialism. That is the example of something within a democracy, within a capitalist society, but that is socialist, that works. Once you just get that basic thing, that's when they start kind of going, oh, okay, well, hold on. So you just want to expand on some of this stuff. And you kind of nailed it, Alex, about like, they care about like, well, how are we paying for it? And that's where I say Mamdani did a really good job with that, where he broke it down and he was just like, no, we're going to get this program to pay for this program. And then this is the money that we currently have to pay for this program. Like, he's the master at that shit. And that's where I'm saying, like, if we can take those examples, put them on the national platform, but also not be so stringent in our ideas that we cannot kind of pivot in other ways. Like, so for instance, I had an argument about how the Democratic Socialists, you cannot really win a lot in a very deep red area with just those two words alone. That's why like America First actually stands a chance in those like deep ass red areas. That's where I was like, shit, could we like trick them into voting third party with us or like,
yes, dude, fucking, you can run as a Republican, register as a Republican, run in the primary on that platform as a Republican. Keep saying you're America
Kowalski.
First. Yeah, exactly.
Is Kowalski doing that?
He did do that. In Nebraska.
He did do that. Oh, I didn't know that.
He tried to do that because there's no other way. Like there's in Nebraska, there's no other way. Like he basically just like went in as a rogue Republican candidate.
Right. And that's how you do it. Like and then and the first time you run, you're no name, nobody knows who you are. But then you run, you get a little bit of cachet, and maybe you run again. Maybe you build a movement. You build a local community of people who want to see those policies implemented, and then the next time you run or another candidate runs, there's people knocking doors. There's name recognition already. You're slowly building this up, and that's what the progressive side has been doing forever. Like, I mean, it is urgent now, you know, as they're speed running this fascist takeover. They are priming everyone for President J.D. Vance.
Oh shit! Did you just disconnect?
Yeah, I think he got his mic off. You
Oh,
good?
my mic died.
Yeah,
okay, there you go.
It's back.
There you go. Oh shit! Disconnected again. I know this one. My cat likes to play with the connector on my cable here, so I know that one all too well.
Make sure it's plugged in. But yeah, they're priming people for Trump Part 3 or JD Vance or whatever it is. They're priming
it's Trump Part 3. JD Vance doesn't have a future in the Republican Party because even like the Republicans I've talked to, they've already moved on to fucking Marco Rubio. Like JD Vance just has no place anymore.
I mean,
I legit just saw a flag. It was in like the not rural part, but it's like this suburban part of Chicago that already had Trump Rubio 28. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, goddamn.
How does
again, I had
Marco
that moment where
Rubio
I'm like, fuck, they're fast. Like,
how does Marco Rubio get more like points than Vance? He's like the most.
Because
I don't know who's more.
He literally speaks like a fucking adult to Republicans and has just the right amount of fucking like Trumpism to him, and also because he did like take all the little Marco stuff. Now they are just like, well, if Trump likes him now, even though he called him little Marco, and they're they're buddies, maybe I could trust this guy. Like, dude, it is
I
bad.
don't know. We'll find out. But like, it is scary. It is scary, but there is hope. Again, everyone join DSA or get involved.
Oh yeah,
locally.
no doubt. Like this is what I say all the time. Is like all of this is all this entire timeline is unnerving. It's it's anxiety inducing. It's nightmare fuel. All of it, but that's okay. Grab that energy because we're gonna need it and push it to where it needs to go. Right? Like understand.
That's why I really like what Hassan's doing with it.
Like, articulate that, accept that this is how you feel because it's natural and human to feel despair in a fascist, dystopic, society. But now that we've acknowledged that, we accept it, it's here, it's real. Let's kind of gather that energy and push it to where it needs to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Well said, Carlos.
Yeah, and there's hope. There is hope.
None of this is forever.
I don't feel the thing is, you kind of said this about tonight, man. Like, this is the reason that, like, I do feel hope, but I'll give you a little insight. I was talking to my therapist about this and how I'm working on this idea of always having like the hovering, like the other shoe is always looking to drop. So I'm always like peeking up, just like, but now I'm trying to like work on that, not always be like so doomer, but I also want to be prepared. So it is kind of one of those like, where's the fine line here?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's okay. It's okay to accept that, right? To accept that feeling and then just go, okay, well, now what?
Yeah. I mean, dude, it does suck. Not gonna lie,
yeah,
man.
of course.
Yeah, I mean,
every once in a while, it does make me go like, I need a vacation.
But again, they gave us tools. The elite gave us tools. They gave us social media. They gave us the internet, and they don't know how we're using them. They're trying to wrangle us now, but it's 25 years too late. It's too fucking late. They can buy TikTok. They can buy Twitter. They can buy all the platforms. We'll find other platforms. We'll be on Discord. We'll be on your platform still organizing, figuring it out. Communication is the rebellion. Being able to
don't tell them that.
Spread
give them ideas.
The printing press, making it more accessible for people to print the pamphlets like the Communist Manifesto and spread that around. That's what liberates, is the information, people understanding. I'm sorry, what?
We are the printing press. Each one of our
channels. Are the fucking printing press. Exactly.
Oh, God.
It's the whole point of this space is to bring us all together. And we may have disagreements here and there, but we all have the same goals. That's the point.
Yeah. No, trust me. As somebody who's, I could argue, is the most disagreeable person probably on the entire platform of this space. Which, you know what? I'm here to upset the stat. Yeah, you want to talk about status quo? That's what I'm here to do, baby.
That's all good.
I'm here to ask the hard questions, and sometimes just I do hate the fact that I do this so much, but I almost take it as like my lot in life where it's like, no, I got to mediate for the idiots because I know so many. I work with these. I'm friends with them. I work with them. Just your average Joes, and holy shit, the way that these guys talk about politics, it really will like it's almost soul dampening where you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like they're never going to engage.
I mean, yeah. But again, we do what we do to help as much as we can. And we're all struggling. This is a working class collective, folks. We are all struggling under capitalism. So the best I can do. The best I can do.
Oh God!
Alex is a
next people will be like, "Oh, he's this space's Joe Rogan." It's like that's not a compliment. That's not a compliment at all.
The Chud Whisperer. Oh, I see. That's really funny.
I mean, unfortunately, I do.
If you're the furthest right person on this space, fine. Good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty fucking great.
Actually, I would argue between me and AG, I think even he's a little bit like to even put it on the right of a spectrum. It's not fair, but I will just say I got inspired by his like no bullshit takes on a lot of this stuff because I was like, no, like I've had so many fights about like where somebody's hammering me with theory, and I'm like, I've already like what you don't want to accept is that I've already tuned out. And honestly, this is I can I at least can feel confidence in being like, and I'm pretty sure that like 98% of the electorate also agrees with me, where it's just like if you can't package this in a clear, concise manner, then yeah, that's.
I'm in the same boat too. Like I don't know nothing about this theory or any of the Marxist, Leninist, Maoist. I don't know the fucking difference. Right. But like,
I don't want that to be conflated with like me personally not being open to learning about this stuff. It's literally about how it's like you have to think of like these broader movements. If you can talk to somebody in literally 90 seconds and you can just kind of give them that little like plant that seed where it's just like, oh shit, you know what, I guess that is kind of a interesting idea, and give them something to go off of or look like a channel or something. I think that's what we do have the benefit of doing is like, oh, check out my channel, come and see some of the discussions. But
and our tuned out. We all have different lanes, like you guys.
That's what I love about this place.
Yeah,
I love
like
the fact that
you're talking about wrestling.
I love the fact that I'm probably as I said, like I'm probably the dumbest person on this platform. I'm okay.
I would argue about that. But,
I'll fight you on that one.
I'll fight you. We're both dumb.
Fucking take this one to the pit. I'm gonna hit you with my squeaky hammer.
But just again, like my lane of this fucking the nerd stuff and talking music and movies and stuff. Somebody's got to be on that front. Somebody's got to be on the front like Carlos making videos every fucking day. Here's what's happening in the news. Spread this shit. Spread this on Facebook. Here's a video package.
Are you clipping your live streams, Carlos? Or are you putting those out? Like, are you like clipping your live streams or are you like putting out these videos like independently of your show?
Oh, I'm like the worst social media person on the planet.
Me too.
I am a terrible printing press because like the live shows are the YouTube videos because like it just auto saves and like posts it. I'm like, okay, perfect. On occasion, if I get lucky, I'll be able to get like some clips out. Yeah. But I am very terrible at that. My main thing is just to like, hit the live button and like just start talking about the most important stuff that's happening throughout the day. How long are your
streams usually?
I try to make it like about 2 hours. Nice. It's like just enough. I think like 2 hours is like that sweet spot.
I would argue that I do too much. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
to me, it's
8-hour streams.
2 hours of just the news. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you gotta flip it around. I mean, when I stream, which is inconsistent, but I'm trying to do it more. When I stream on Twitch or YouTube, I'm either if I'm streaming from the PlayStation, it's just gonna be a game. And I might be talking about the news and whatever's happening, but I'm playing Crimson Desert or I'm playing whatever, Bloodborne or whatever. If
I'll be joining you on that soon.
Over here, I am watching videos, I am talking about politics, and I'm playing a game. I'm doing because that's just me. I'm ADD.
I don't know how you do that. But to be able to the attention span to game and watch videos.
That's my attention span, dude. I need to. I'm always have like some kind of. I got my Switch in my hand. I'm playing Donkey Kong. Over here, I'm playing Ball Pit or Vampire Survivors or something. Every music reaction I have on my channel is me playing a game while listening to an album. You see Vampire Survivors in the corner.
I don't want to fucking glaze them at all, but like Destiny did make a career out of that. So
I mean,
that's true. I mean, that's a thing.
That's what I want to be. I want to supplant Destiny. Can we do that?
Hey,
can I be the better version of him? Can I be the better version of that motherfucker, please?
Dude, I still can't believe he's on the Unfuck America tour. I saw him with Adam Mockler. I was just like, oh, give me a break.
I can't.
I hate the fact that he also makes good points. It really is.
Well, here's the thing.
So bothersome where you're like,
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Fuck.
I mean, like he's like anti-MAGA right now because like he'll switch. Because I remember like he was like attacking the left a lot for a while for like no reason in my opinion. But now he's back on like the anti-MAGA stuff. I'm like, go with God.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know?
One, he's a weather vane, so it's popularity like every other, like Tim Dillon or Joe Rogan or whatever. But also, it's his personal problem with another streamer. The fact that Pep, me and you watch all these comedians and have seen now the effects of their audience on fucking broader society, which is crazy. Now we're seeing the effects of streamers on broader fucking society. Hassan and Destiny have a fucking years-long beef, apparently. I watched a fucking Hassan video explaining it. That beef is the split. Like Destiny supporting the fucking establishment and Hassan supporting the insurgency. That's it. If you want to boil what the fight is, where they're getting these clips of Hassan to smear them, it's Destiny's fucking fans. That's what it is. And it's fucking crazy that they can have this much influence over a political party, but that's where we are. Again, they gave us the fucking tools of the internet, and this is how some people are using them very effectively to change national politics.
Well,
within a beef.
I also sometimes think it's so disingenuous. Dude, this is again my put on the tinfoil hat. When Destiny, Vosh, and like BreadTube were all going at each other, I started having this moment where I'm like, this feels like an op. Like this feels like a way to to get us to disengage with each other because the audiences were agreeing on too much. So then they made it about like, purity politics with the person, and then they like literally use that to divide everybody.
Yeah.
I do kind of still feel that way where I'm like, well, I think back to it. It was like randomly timed and just
yeah, I think that's kind of sad because like there was a brief moment on the internet where like quote unquote BreadTube had basically like a opportunity to be like a force like maybe even bigger than your Daily Wires. You know what I mean? Like there was a window back then where the left, broadly, people called what people called BreadTube had that opportunity to become a Daily Wire, just obviously a media apparatus that would be able to influence in the same sense that the Daily Wire.
But here's the difference: the Daily Wire had fucking backers. Like
100%.
Investors and shit. Like,
100%. A lot of it's
My Left Eye for the raid. Appreciate that.
Heck yeah. They had AstroTurfed that they willed that into existence by AstroTurfing with billionaire money. But BreadTube didn't. BreadTube was genuine. BreadTube had people like really following these content creators, really like engaging, and that's the important part. And there's like just this one brief moment.
Close is crazy.
And we could do it again. We could do it again.
That's where I'm kind of so, like with the chorus thing. That's where I was kind of like starting to get to it, where I'm like, all right, like I also think that was another. It felt psyopy because it was a way to stifle us from getting funding. You can argue about some of like the shady money part of it, but like I'll be honest, the fact that it was Taylor Lorenz making these arguments and then she was being very wishy-washy about her own funding on certain things, like that just felt like it was again woke scoldy bullshit where it's just like, okay, like the bottom line is, do you not agree with these people's politics and think that they should get paid or not? Like this idea that everybody that would take money from Chorus would somehow be influenced by that money and like then all of a sudden change their views. Cause like, I think that's what a lot of people were saying was that it's just like, oh,
there's
an
announcement
to not be pro-Palestine. It's like, well,
there's an announcement. We got a Discord server coming soon. This Space Social for fans of this space and the hosts can join for free. It's coming soon. We will let you know.
Hosts can join for free.
Everyone
can join for it. Wait,
everyone can join for free.
I was about to say, wait a minute, are we doing a freaking paywall?
I think it's a grammar thing, right? I think it means that it's for free.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think, I mean, the chorus thing, like, again, some people on there who like, sure, want to like change things and push a more status quo-y kind of thing, but I don't care. I fucking applied for chorus to see if I can get paid for making my YouTube videos. I'll apply again. I don't give a fuck. And if they want to pay me, good. If they start paying me and I say something they don't like, they can stop paying me. I don't give a fuck. I need this is a hobby for me.
That's
my
where I'm
freedom
going with this, because like I guess I should just make an announcement. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, that's my thing is like, for right now, this is a hobby. This is fun for me.
Oh yeah, no, I do this for the love of the game.
Doing these streams, yeah. None of us would get like making a living off of this.
I mean, let's put it this way: I make enough so I don't need to go get a second job. Well,
there you go.
Have made enough that I don't need to go get a second job.
That's great, and I would love
I am
to be able to
on
do
that
that
one.
here in New York, but it's going to take a long time. I want a solid job that pays me a fair fucking wage so I can live in my fucking city and do this kind of art for fun and maybe for profit and make a little extra money on top of that. That's good, but it's about this is what I like to do. I like to talk
this is
politics.
it or but. Like, this is all I offer. Like, I can offer this world entertainment and, some random thoughts and maybe a few laughs. But realistically, I'm like, no, this is pretty much it, folks. If I don't do this, then I'm, it's pretty much like failure city. And I'll just be sitting in my cubicle when I'm fucking, 60 something years old, just waiting to die.
Yeah. And we don't want that. We want work you can be proud of, part of that platform. Work that doesn't suck you dry. Work that doesn't make you dread the end of the weekend.
True.
Right?
Boy, do I feel that one.
Where you're super excited on a Friday night and then
I get
Sunday
anxiety
morning
on
rolls
Sunday
around
mornings where
and
I'm
you're
just like, this is the one I need to enjoy.
Absolutely. So, folks, I don't know.
Speaking truth.
Thank you.
Always, man.
But yeah, I don't know where to go from here. Carlos, you gotta hop off.
Yeah, I gotta get some food.
Get some food.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, dinner time is coming up here. Yeah.
Pep, are you gonna be just stick here on this space?
I
or
wanted to
on
stick
your own
around
channel?
for this space, or like just do it. Like again, if he was going on at 7, but 9 o'clock, that's almost 2 hours away. And I also should probably eat, so I think I might do a little intermission if you guys want to join me on my channel.
Please shout yourself out, because that's I think we all want to be there. Come
check out my. We could rate Pep. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Can you set up the upcoming thing?
Shit. Let's see.
I don't know. We'll see.
That? I don't want to do this live because I do this on my own show where I'm just like, all right, technical stuff. Oh, hey, look at that guy. That's me.
And difficult truth. Oh.
No, put it all
that
together.
Is not Carlos.
Put it all together.
Yeah, put it all together. I'm sure.
There we go.
Like YouTube, there you go. I was like, YouTube doesn't really like me that much, but it's okay.
I mean, look, we both have generic kind of names, like Difficult Truth, Devil's Advocate. Every time you type in Devil's Advocate, you'll get the Keanu Reeves movie.
That does happen. I can confirm this.
But yeah, go shoot some subscriptions to Pep Talks and Difficult Truth. He'll be live soon with the after we all eat dinner with the Trump speech. I don't know if I'll be able to watch live. We'll see. You go late often, so maybe I'll catch you before I'm going to bed. But yeah, I gotta catch up on some of this ultimatum stuff. I don't know if you guys are addicted to the Netflix reality shows.
This is a pins and needles one, man. Because did you guys? I'm not sure if you saw the update. It happened while we were live. NBC, ABC are not carrying the speech because they do not want to get sued because they do not they don't want to be on the hook for anything he says.
Yeah, a lot of the major networks aren't going to cover this. Yeah.
First of all, goddamn. Look at me fucking putting it into Twitter and then Polymarket. Trump projected to accuse China of election interference. People are betting on what he's going to fucking do, dude. Like this is the dystopia that we're in.
Yeah, seriously.
This is the Biff Tannen ass casino that we live in.
Betting on dude, if you told me this 2 years? No, 3 years ago. If you told me this was going to be it 3 years ago, because that's back even when Polymarket wasn't allowed here.
Yeah.
So, holy crap, man.
So, Pep, can you set up an upcoming on your YouTube and we can rate into you?
I don't know how to do that. Do I just go live on my
I don't know
channel or
honestly.
some shit? Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking at what's trending on
for,
Twitter.
Almost 2 years now, and I still
ABC
know how to
and
do this
NBC,
shit.
President Trump's NBC and CBS.
Oh, CBS is not doing it, huh?
Almost all of them. Seriously, it's a thing. It's almost pretty much all of them.
Even CBS, that's owned by the Ellisons.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, damn, that's actually a bigger story than we're even making it out to be.
Like, it'd be a miracle if basically only C-SPAN, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Probably.
Huh.
But we'll see.
I hope it's on. Well, I mean, no matter what, I'll find somewhere.
It's gonna be somewhere. It's just all these major networks.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not, then I hate doing this, but I know for a fact Brian Tyler Cohen will be live, and I know also for a fact that he does not like DMCA people. So.
Fuck Brian Tyler Cohen. Our girl, who was supposed to be on this show, Christina from Cosmopolitics, is going to be on Leftist Mafia tonight.
Oh yeah,
so
that's true.
they'll be live, probably maybe watching it live or talking about it.
I hope so, because that'd be great.
So
that'd
yeah,
be great.
folks,
I'm glad she's on there too.
Pep Talks or Leftist Mafia. I am going to, I guess, wrap up the first inaugural episode of this space station or the space
three
station.
dads. All right.
That's hilarious.
And
do
welcome
the Three Amigos thing. Just hey.
The announcement of our upcoming public Discord server, the announcement of our possible new host contributor. I am working behind the scenes to get people to be hosts or come on, and I hope everybody else is too, because I want this space to grow. I want this space to be what we want it to be, the 24/7 fucking news. If you don't know who's live, this space is live. That's what I want it to be. That's what I want it to be. So, folks, thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Pep. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Black Red Guard. Follow everybody. Yeah, folks, take care. Hope
shout out mods.
Go to World War III tonight.
All right, guys. Catch you guys later.
See ya.